Going on, family. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Get them likes up. It's going to be a great show tonight. Get them likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all the support. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the greatest network ever. The likes up, family. Green Gang, I see ya. I see y'all in the chat heavy tonight. Miss Park, I see you. Stephen Day, Brittany B, I see y'all. Appreciate you. Y'all ready for a great show tonight? Get them likes up. Get them likes up. You know what time it is. It's the greatest network ever. Shout out to the sponsor, Tej Henley. Guys, listen up. As you get older, the best way to continue to look young, exuberant, and vibrant is to continue to take care of your skin. That's why I'm excited to have Tej Henley as the sponsor of today's video. You heard me talk about them before, and you're going to continue to hear me talk about them because I believe in their products and the positive impact that they have on every man's life. Tej Henley makes taking care of your skin so easy. They provide you with all the products you need and nothing that you don't. Every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. Lapeef family, I must admit, skincare wasn't always something I always focused on, but since I started using this system, I've seen improvements in the way my skin looks and feels. And you don't have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. I recommend you start with the level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer, and a PM moisturizer. In addition to amazing skin, members of T Channel get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off retail price, the ability to customize your box, pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because T Channel is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click that first link in the description and you'll get 30% off your first box plus the free gift. Seriously, that's an amazing deal. Even though it's too early, as I often say, it's never too late. Click that link and get started today. That's right, family. Feel the tease. Let's get this show started.
Let's just have a conversation.
Welcome to Lapeef. Let's talk, the greatest network ever. Hey, yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Lapeef. Let's talk. And introduce the crew. We got Logic. We got Rilla, Anton, Courtney Michelle, K.A., Island Girl Q, Kayla, me, myself, on Lapeef J.I. What's going on, family? How y'all doing?
Hi. JR, I just have to say, JR, this is the first time in a long time that you got us on beat. You used to never miss. Like, you know, when the little beat drops and then you put the video on. But today, you're getting back to that. I'm proud.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No, I know what you're talking about. Do you guys know what you're talking about?
You know, it'd be like, da-na-na, da-na-na, and then at a certain moment, what? Okay.
Nah, but it's cool though. I mean,
what is the sound, okay?
No, you're not about to do this to me. Mm-mm.
Come on.
Not following.
It's too early. It's too early. All right. Well, I'm glad to see you guys. Ladies in Avatar, you guys look lovely.
Not Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar. You know, Fortnite. If you guys play Fortnite, get it? Maybe not. I don't get it either because I don't play. Anyhow, we appreciate you guys tuning in, but it wouldn't be a show, especially coming off a last show, if we couldn't bring the people back, man. So let's welcome Lady. I'll go back. Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. Happy to be back. Have fun with you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, glad to have you back.
Wait, is that tea?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I didn't even notice a little bit. You didn't have the back. You know?
Oh yeah, I washed my hair today, so you know it's air drying and stuff.
What?
Hey, baby, use this right here for your camera lens.
Yeah, it looked like you got an Android phone right now.
I do,
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah.
No, don't wipe it with your finger.
No,
I
your
know,
finger is
right?
dirty. Use your
Jeez.
shirt
No,
or
I
something.
just washed my hands. I'm
No,
alright.
just
Right, but just because
spit
you
on
washed your
it.
hands don't mean it's gonna
Just
work
spit on.
better.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
No,
take one of them.
that's what she
look.
said. Or he
They
said.
have a microfiber.
That's
Hold
really
on.
funny. Hold on, let me see. Better?
We can
Ooh.
see
That's
clear.
better.
Oh my.
That's a lot better.
I didn't
Way
even know.
better.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he was
Way
looking like
better.
a dusty for a
You're
minute.
so
For real.
beautiful.
I
I
told
look
you, looking like
fantastic.
Android.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you got
Look,
it together.
The difference. Oh my goodness.
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah, big
It doesn't make a
difference.
huge difference. My
Yeah.
bad,
Look,
y'all.
I'm the one that said something to her. Go, thank you, Todd.
I
Hey,
said
Yes, sir.
thank
Well,
you.
thank
I
you,
said
Logic,
thank
for
you,
telling
Angela.
her. Thank you.
Right, thank you.
shit.
All right.
Dang. Did you eat today yet, Logic?
Okay.
Did you
I
eat?
just order my food. Don't worry.
Order that sandwich. That sandwich.
All right.
You need
Uh-oh.
that.
All right. Let me go ahead and bring my man back up, man. What's going on, Chaotic?
Yes,
Oh Lord.
you've already started.
I thought we gonna end early today.
JR, salute to you, sir. Logic, Gorilla,
I need a glass of wine.
Anton, salute. Q,
Hi, Chaotic.
hi, how you doing? Q, Kay, Courtney, Lady Mogul, and Kayla. How you doing? Salute to the
Hi,
whole
Kayla.
panel. Salute to the chat, and positivity is coming your way. Have a good doing.
Is that a prayer or is that a
No,
declaration?
I always send out positive affirmations, even when I do my own shows. The first 15 minutes is nothing but positive affirmations being sent out. Yep.
You didn't do that last time you was
really?
here, Chaotic. Maybe we
No,
needed that
didn't.
last show. You didn't do that. Maybe you needed to pray last show.
Well,
No?
I'm doing it now, and as you all know, positivity is nothing but a frequency within the universe, and it travels at the speed of light. So here
Amen.
you go. Boom.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I received you that quick. Salute.
Hey, chaotic though. Look, I gotta give you the same service, huh? Put this right here on your camera lens, though. Your shit looking.
I knew you were about to say
Really?
that, Logic.
Yeah.
It was a little pixelated.
Oh, you got Kayla internet provider. Some ain't right.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me try to fix something up.
Yeah, it was just a little.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and get that together, sir. And while you're doing that, we're gonna get the housekeeping in order. So we are live in a couple days in Houston. That's April the 23rd, just in case you guys don't know what date it is. And I checked, and we only have 4 tickets left. It's 4 tickets. I'm pretty sure they'll be snatched up. So if you plan on getting tickets at the door, it's not gonna work. You must have a ticket. I can't do anything after that. So if you plan on coming and you haven't got your ticket yet, go ahead and get it right now. Also, it's gonna be a great vibe the whole weekend. You don't want to miss this. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be one for the books. I'm telling you, one for the books. You guys gonna hear about it, and you're gonna see all of the live videos and the vlogging. You're gonna see the replay. It's just gonna be something that you ain't never seen before. It's all about the experience, right? So become part of history. Go ahead and come out, support, kick it with us all weekend. If you're coming in, I suggest come in Friday and leave out Monday because it's gonna be a vibe the entire weekend. Also, if you guys need to monitor your emails, It's a secret society. So that update will be coming out tomorrow. Check your junk mail if you do have a bootleg provider. And that's how you're going to stay on top of what's going on. And granted, if you do have access to the secret society on Saturday, then you'll hear everything in its entirety about what we be doing the entire weekend. So hope to see you guys there. If not, catch it on video, or at least what you can.
Hey, JR.
Yes, sir.
I heard Logic sponsoring the bar tab, and then Anton's supposed to be giving away a shopping spree at the Galleria or something like that.
That is absolutely correct. I talked to those brothers in spirit earlier, and that's what I was told too. Like the man that walks on water. Yeah.
Yeah, let that nigga walk on water. I can't afford it though. I told you I got my date coming in. She need 2 seats. So yeah, she's gonna run me a bag before we even got there start the show.
Well, you know how it is, man. They just don't make them seats like they used to, right? There you go.
Hey, Logic, he said, "Go big girl, what you gonna do? Go big girl, what you gonna do?"
All right, y'all. Also, Shout out to the sponsor, Teach Hanley. Feel the Teach. Make sure you guys go ahead and click that link. That link is in the description, 30% off along with a free gift. And also, if you want to be one of those 4 lucky ones that gets a ticket, that link is pinned to the top of the chat. Go ahead and click it right now. I'll do a check. I'll let you guys know when it's sold out. Yeah, I think that's about it, man. Y'all ready? Y'all good? Yeah. Okay. Everybody put their boxing gloves to the side because there won't be no fighting tonight. It's gonna be a lot of prayer, a lot of is it called hemming? Hemming?
Should I burn my sage? Should I burn some
I don't
sage?
know. If you see it get a little bit,
No, sage gotta be burnt before the
it
chaoticness
gotta be
comes
before.
out.
You know what? That might be a
Okay.
good idea.
Because we trying to get out of here early now.
I see, here you go again with that early stuff, man. What Thursday you not trying to get out here early, Q?
You're right. You
Okay. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get this show started. But before we do have a sponsor. Sugar Curls is located in Houston. So let me go ahead and play this clip real quick.
Sugar curls. Okay.
Yeah, sugar curls.
Are these for the girls?
It's for girls and men.
Oh.
So that Bruno Mars might be looking. It might be a real
Oh
thing
yeah,
for
I
me.
forgot I'm getting you one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you heard it from Lapeef, so let's talk. Are you a man or woman whose natural hair, health, and body is not where you want it to be? You need Sugar Curls Salon 3 Secrets. We've got diet and nutrition consultations. We've got Curl Science Superfoods and Sugar Curls Natural Beauty Hair Care Products. Check us out at sugarcurlsalon.com.
All right, shout out to the sponsor, Sugar Curls. They are located in Houston, and she will be in attendance at the live show. She wants the people to know the first 40 guests to arrive, men or women, will receive a free gift bag from Sugar Curls Salon.
Ooh.
So the first 40 people. So make sure you guys tap into that. Get a deal. All right.
I like that.
Ow.
Ow.
I see the sage burning. That's what's up.
Yes. Oh, let me move that because it's sage, y'all. It's
in.
not weed. I don't smoke.
You know, people might be thinking you got that chronic.
No, I maybe should smoke this weekend because it's about to be long. But no, it's sage.
420 was yesterday.
Oh.
I definitely didn't even know that. Damn.
Yeah.
Smoking.
All right. So now we got the housekeeping out the way. Let's get the show started again. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. We definitely appreciate you guys. Green Gang, I see you. I will be acknowledging super chats periodically throughout. So I do want to put that in the front end. Thank you in advance. And let's start with our first topic of the night. Can prayer bring you the mate of your dreams? Can prayer bring you the mate of your dreams? I hear people doing a lot of praying. I won't say lately, but they pray all the time, right? But I'm just curious. And again, it's just the icebreaker. I know you guys probably look at the topic like, what the fuck? And I did the same thing you guys did. I'm like, what the hell? But it is what it is at this point. Can prayer bring you the mate of your dreams? Don't all jump at once. I know it's a hot topic.
Prayer can bring you anything that you ask for if you ask from a clean heart. So I'll say that.
Okay.
You know, I think of prayer and, you know, the whole like manifestation and all the things that people do the same way. Like, you can pray, you can chant, you can try to manifest things, but you have to do some work. Like, you have to. I think that if you're looking for something that you want, of course, like focusing your mind on it, praying about it, you know, if you're not into prayer, doing whatever you do about it will absolutely help because that'll keep you focused. But that focus is what's going to make you put that work in. That's going to bring that thing to you.
Yeah.
I agree with Kay. Also doing the work. She's definitely right on that.
So what does the work look like then, though? Because I mean,
Thing is,
Before we get to the work, I think it's important to realize that, like, if you don't pray for anything else, that kind of is a red flag. Like, you don't pray to God, you don't talk to God about nothing else, but then you want to talk to him about your relationship or to bring you the perfect mate. He's kind of like, I don't even know you.
Oh,
like
you're saying you're like, if you
really know
only
you like
try to pray when it's about a relationship, then
or when you only pray to God when it's about something you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really think he doesn't know you. I mean, I believe that you need to have some type of foundation with him before you just go asking for stuff and expecting to get, I'm doing my Sierra prayer and then it's gonna happen. It's like you don't pray about nothing else. So I think it's kind of funny if you don't pray about nothing else to think that prayer is like gonna reach him and then he's just gonna,
Hey, go ahead, Corey. I know you was gonna say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say that they say as far as in the Christian church, pray faith without works is dead. So I definitely believe in praying. But as far as with me, my prayer consists of me having discernment. So I pray, God, let me make sure that you make me the woman for the right man that you want me to be with. And that for me, let me discern. Let me make sure I see the man of integrity instead of looking for the man that looks good physically. So my prayer is always give me discernment, make me into the woman that will be an amazing wife for my man. That works is getting my mind right, getting over trauma. I know we've always said this, but that's with therapy. God made doctors for a reason. Make sure that I'm healthy. Make sure my womb is healthy to bear a child if that's what you want to do. So it's getting yourself together, praying for discernment to make sure that your picker is right, that I'm going to dedicate my life to a man. This is the man that God has for me because he made me into the woman that will be fitting for him. So it's both.
Okay. Gentlemen, feel free to weigh in on this. Can prayer bring you the mate of your dreams? I originally had a title, Can prayer bring a woman the man of her dreams? But I just thought I wanted to be balanced and fair tonight, if that's okay. I'm pretty sure the ladies appreciate that, right? See? Change.
Do you gentlemen,
JR.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Hey, man.
do you gentlemen mind if I go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. And salute to everybody once again. When I was a young boy, about 13 or 14, just like most boys, we are mingling and frolicking around with a lot of girls in the schoolyard, etc. And as a young boy, I wished that I could have a girl who looks like Naomi Campbell. So throughout the years in college and then after college, I slept around with a copious amount of women, like most men do. And there were women who came into the fray that looked like Naomi Campbell, nice, tall, dark. Then when I got a little bit older, I prayed for the day to be with a woman that not only looked like Naomi Campbell, but was quiet, was meek, was humble, was domestic. And one day I'm hanging out with she's not my wife. One day I'm hanging out with her, and this was before she was my wife. And I said, wow, the universe is so powerful. I asked the universe, I asked God or whomever, anybody, but I don't want to, I don't want to just, say one thing. I want to say the universe, God, Yahweh, whatever you believe. So I looked at her and said, wow, God or the universe or the powers that be have already put this person in my life. I prayed for this person years ago and she was already there. And I really believe that the universe is infinite and it's an infinite amount of possibilities. And when you put that energy out into the universe, you will for damn sure get it back. And it is about action. So I do have to agree with Kay. It's about action. And it's about realizing that, wow, I put in the action and this is the result. And you will be surprised that the thing you've prayed for or the thing that you've wanted to manifest is already in your life. What say you guys?
Wait, did you say that the thing that you're praying for is probably already in your life?
Yes. You got to understand this about quantum.
Do you mean like symbolically, or?
Okay, you're gonna ask me a question, then you're gonna ask.
I'm asking you multiple questions because I want to make sure.
Here we go. It's already starting.
I just want to make sure that you understand it fully.
Okay.
So I'm just asking both of those. Go ahead.
May I answer your question, please? Okay. Kay, what you have to understand, sweetheart, is that there is something called quantum mechanics. Now, even physicists don't quite understand how it works. See, we believe that time is linear. Maybe time is an entanglement, and it's like yarn or something. And maybe the fact that you've prayed, there's already that frequency was already put out within the universe. So again, the woman that I was with, who ended up becoming my wife, I had already prayed for her years ago. I didn't realize it until one day when I was doing something what is called introspection, which a lot of females unfortunately do not do. And I was just introspecting on my life and my relationship, and I noticed that, wow, I prayed for her and she's here. She's already here. And that's the power of the universe. I can't really explain it in scientific terms, but I am for damn sure that there is something within this universe that's outside of our primitive minds of space and time. Go ahead, Kay. You got the floor. Go ahead.
So like manifestation?
It's manifestation, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I understand what you're getting at, London, but
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is what I definitely believe that God hides people. If you're not ready for a good man, a godly man, and if you're praying for it and with discernment, I definitely think that he will hide those people, whether he's not opening your eyes to see what he wants you to have. Because if you get in his life, you're going to make it a train wreck. So I definitely think God hides men and God hides women, and he has those special people for you. That's why I think prayer is important. God, let me see who you want me to be with. Make me the woman that is ready to be with him. And I don't think God's going to put a godly man in somebody's life that you're not ready for, because that man has prayed for his wife. And if he trusts in God, he's going to trust, yes, you're going to bring her to me. But I think he hides people. No, you ain't touching this one. This one's a special one. So take your mess on to somebody else. Get your stuff together. And once you are and you pray about it, then I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
And sometimes that man is right in your face and you don't even know it. I think sometimes that woman could be in your face.
Exactly.
So I understand what you're coming from, and that's how I feel about it too.
Do men pray for wives, honestly?
They pray for money.
I think some men, yes, I think men pray for wives. I think some men do want to be married and want a godly woman and want a wife that's going to be a helpmate. So why wouldn't a man want to pray for that?
I don't understand it personally, but I don't understand it personally because I think that you are who you attract. So I don't see the need for it. I don't see the need for prayer in the way that people use it today, honestly. Because I think that the way that people pray, and I'm not here to judge the way people pray, but this is just my personal opinion. The way that people pray don't yield results at all, not even a little bit. Because the thing that you're supposed to be doing is looking to. It's the reason why I say seek ye first the kingdom of God and everything else will be added unto you. Is because you don't have to chase people. You don't have to chase stuff. You don't have to chase success. Only thing you have to do is continue to be the best version of yourself and continue to level up personally. which is seek ye first the kingdom of God. Because if you are becoming the best version of yourself, which includes character, it includes building a relationship with God or whatever. Like, I've never asked God for something. Like, I don't, when I wake up in the morning and I wake up at 4:30 a.m. and the first thing I do is I brush my teeth and then I start, building out that meditation and having a conversation with God. I've never asked for anything. The only thing I'm doing is I'm thankful. And then on the flip side of that, I'm asking for what it is that God wants me to do, understanding that all of the success comes along with it, which is crazy to me how a guy can sit and ask for, and I'm not saying you can't or you can do whatever you want, but it doesn't make sense for me to ask for a wife when the reality is that if you becoming the best version of yourself, then the people that's supposed to be around you will attract themselves to you. If you're building out your network, you'll start to associate with a group of people that's supposed to be in your sphere. So I don't understand how a man, and I can't speak for women specifically, but I don't understand how a man would sit and waste his time praying for a wife. That makes no sense to me.
Well, I don't think it's a waste of time. Again, we're saying faith without works is dead. So you're doing your work. But I think you need to, and a problem that we all have, I know with me, is making sure that I put God in every aspect of my life. So therefore, if I'm going for a job, God, is this a job for me? If it is, please give me discernment on this one. God, is this a man for me? And I think we need to put God in every aspect of our life. If we're saying that we're going to be praying, then it goes through every aspect.
But what is prayer? Is prayer an opportunity to beg?
Well, I don't think it's begging. God told me that he will give you the desires of your heart, but you have to make sure that your heart is stayed on Jesus. Paul said, die daily.
So if he gives you the desires of your heart, where is it that he said that you needed to beg is all I'm asking.
Well, prayer is not begging.
If he knows the desires of your heart and he's going to give you the desires of your heart, I don't understand where in that you have to go about petitioning God for something that he already knows that you want.
Well, okay. So prayer for me is not begging. And the desires of my heart is making sure that my heart is stayed on Jesus. So therefore, if I'm praying, God, renew me every day. Make sure that the wants and my needs is what you are wanting for me. Again, I've said this before. It's like I go to my creator. You created me. You made me on this earth for a reason. So please tell me what that is. And I don't want to be walking this world doing my own thing, my selfish things, because every time I do it my way, I F it up. So God, show me. God, tell me. Show me what you want me to do. And that's what he wants. He's our Father.
Back up. Stop right there. Stop right there. If you're saying, God, show me, tell me what you want me to do, then where do you become a part of the equation as far as requiring something else from him? If the only thing that matters is what God wants, and then he's going to give you the desires of your heart, right? Then why do I have to ask for anything outside of, and I could just do the work?
Because God wants you dependent on him. That's why I worship him.
I think
that's why if for me, my faith is in order to be a living testimony, and he wants a living sacrifice. So I give myself to you. So in every aspect of what I do is going to be focused. God, what is it that you want me to do? I want to be a vessel. I want to walk in your footsteps. So it's not begging. It's if you put me in the place that you want me to be, what should I do to become the woman that you want me to be? Okay, Lord, so I know that you want me to be a wife. Lord, make me that wife. Show me that man that you have ordained to be my husband.
Let me refine it a little bit, right?
Okay.
How do you know what God wants you to be?
Prayer,
word. I'll give you an example. How do you know that? And I'm not speaking to you specifically, but we're gonna use a situation just because you volunteering your prayers or whatever. How do you know that you're supposed to be a wife?
It's in the living word, the Bible.
You specifically.
Me.
Because every woman is not meant to be a wife. Let's be clear.
Well, that's on you. Again, he created us to be a helpmate. They might not be prepared to be a wife, or maybe not want that on their selfish reasons. But I believe that the woman was here for man. A woman was here to be a helpmate for a man and to bear children.
Okay, I let me give you another example, right? If you read the Bible and throughout the Bible, it wasn't up to the people. There was a specific purpose that was laid for their life. It had nothing to do with what it is that they wanted and desired. Even if you go all the way back to Pharaoh and Moses, right? Pharaoh was not meant to release the children of Israel prior to God performing his miracles. As a matter of fact, what it said was God hardened his heart even when he was prepared to let go of the children of Israel, because it had nothing to do with what Pharaoh wanted. It had everything to do with what his purpose was. Those miracles were supposed to be performed, and then he was supposed to be used for what he was supposed to be used for. So it had nothing to do with what Pharaoh wanted. It didn't have anything to do at all with what anybody wanted. Everybody was moving according to the purpose that was laid out before him. As a matter of fact, the Bible itself says that everything we do was already predestined before the formation of the earth. So if that be true, then why are we so concerned with what we want instead of being concerned with making sure that we carry out what it is that he wants for us to do? Understanding that seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, everything else will be added unto you. Why are we so concerned with what we feel instead of being more concerned with how it is that we're supposed to carry out what it is that we're supposed to do?
Lack of discipline and operating in the world.
Was that directed to me? Because I feel like we're saying the same thing.
I'm asking a question in general.
I mean,
anybody is welcome to answer.
Go ahead, I feel like I'm saying the same thing. I don't think that we're here to do what our selfish needs. Again, that's why we always mess it up when we're always focused on what we want. That's a selfish attitude to have. So I totally believe that I'm here as a vessel for God, and that's why I ask for prayer to make sure that he leads me in the right direction. I definitely believe that we use the word predestined, but God knows what's going to happen. But the idea of free will is that you do have a choice, and you can either choose to follow him or
and free will and being able to release the children of Israel.
Everyone has free will.
Then why did God harden his heart?
Everyone has free will.
Then why did God harden his heart?
You have that. Pray on it. Ask him. Look at the word.
No, I mean that's what the word says. It said God hardened his heart. If he had free will, then why did he harden his heart?
Nah, I don't even know these words right now. What's going on?
Right. I mean, I can't. I'm not a theologian, so I can't tell you verbatim. I'm not a theologian, but what I do know, as far as with my faith, is that God knows our steps. However, we do have a free will. It's just, for example, if I record a football game and I can't watch it, I'm watching my Titans. I recorded it. It's recorded. So everything that's happened has already happened. However, I didn't watch it. So do I know what's going on? No. Once I play it back, I'm going to be surprised. But however, it's already happened. So does that change what's already happened because I don't know, but however, my recorder has already recorded it? No. So that's what I think of free will. God already knows the steps. He already knows that he's going to help you. He already knows that he's going to harden. He already knows these things. I might not know it because I'm not omnipotent. I'm not God.
So if he already knows what is going to happen, then how do you have free will? If exactly what you're going to do is already planned, then how do you have free will? That's the opposite of free will.
Well, no, it's not. You have free will. That doesn't mean God doesn't know what your free will is going to be. That's why he's God. We can't put him in a spectrum or think like him because our minds are not equipped to think like God.
But honestly, that's what people say.
Try to get some more people in.
That's what people say when they can't explain it. See, they can explain everything else. They can explain everything else. But then when you ask a direct question, okay, well then why does this not make sense, or so on and so forth? I see people tend to lean back on, well, we don't know what God wants, or his ways are so much different than our ways. And I think that doesn't make sense. That's a cop-out.
I don't think it's a cop-out. I think it's silly for us to think that we can think like God.
All right, there you go. Let me get the other two brothers, Mr. Logic and Real. And Kay, go ahead real quick. I know you wanted to say something. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, well, chaotic. I know we got a long way from what you were saying earlier, but like the question I was just trying to ask. But before that, would you consider yourself religious, Chaotic?
No.
Okay, so when you say like, you know, what you might pray for is already here,
Yeah.
were you speaking like symbolically or
No,
and
I was
like
actually,
you were talking about stuff, and it's funny that you brought up like the quantum, like whatever you were talking about, because I was just watching something. Stephen Hawking was talking about imaginary time, and I literally was just watching it this morning. So like I was getting with what you were saying for a little bit. So I just want more clarity around what you mean when you say like, especially as a person that's not religious.
Yeah. So not to ball hog the panel, but religion is a social construct. It's constructed by men. And not to make this a religious conversation, but even a person like myself, I've come to the realization that I don't know anything. And there are things that I will never know. I'm just an ape living on a floating rock in infinity. And when you realize that,
It also knows how to hunt, right?
Oh, I can't wait to get to the next topic. So here goes the thing. So when I say that I believe in the power of manifestation, I believe that there are frequencies within the universe. Obviously, there are frequencies because we know that radio waves exist and other frequencies, right? So the idea of manifestation, the idea of asking or praying for abundance could be very real. I mean, again, there's infinite resources within the universe. And so even as a person who's not religious like myself, I do believe that there's a possibility of something out there. There's a possibility that if I speak to this something, which some people may refer to as God, some people may refer to as Yahweh, that maybe something will come back, or maybe it's already here. And so there are a lot of atheists or a lot of agnostics or people who practice agnosticism who don't believe in God or don't believe in manifestation. Well, in my opinion, that's a little bit false in itself. I mean, because you're saying that you know for a fact that there is nothing out there, when in fact nobody knows anything. And what if there is something out there? So I don't mind saying that I'm praying or I'm manifesting something as a person who's non-religious. Kay, to answer your question?
No, I was just wondering like what you meant in terms of like
hold on, y'all. Hold on. I want y'all to hold that thought.
There.
Hold that thought. We're gonna come back to it.
There.
We're gonna come back to it.
You can answer in the back chat. I was just curious.
Okay.
All right. Rilla, Logic, you guys can go. Can prayer bring the mate of your dreams? What are you guys' thoughts about it? I know you guys been patiently waiting. Logic with the crispy line, and I see you, brother.
Oh no, I'm amazed because
days.
I've been on this. I've been on Lapeef for a while, a little bit, and I call cap on all y'all but Anton and Courtney because I never heard y'all say anything about a God, a prayer, a religion, a disciple, a pastor, or anything. So it just right now it fit the narrative, it fit the conversation. I think that, you know what I'm saying, me personally, I don't think that prayer can bring you a mate of your dreams, and I think everybody else besides them two people I named feel the same way too. That's why you never hear none of that stuff come out in any of their conversations. We talk about relationships all the time, and the only two people I ever heard bring in any type of God into the conversation of religion was just only them two people. So I guess let me blow some shots at y'all. Spice it up.
Hey man, I always say a prayer.
I didn't say nothing. So
I always say a prayer.
I didn't say nothing.
And I'm getting defensive right now. I say a prayer all the time, brother.
Hey, we talk about all kinds of stuff. Hey, no, none of these people, but them two people, even bring up the word God. They bring up themselves. They put everything in. That's bullshit. And it now, if we gonna keep it funky, it is what it is. I'm not mad at you for it though, but don't start coming up here and start talking about prayer and all that stuff like that, man. Y'all.
Who did that, Logic?
Put a name on that bullet, because I mean I've only been on here twice, and I don't really speak much about my beliefs. But you know,
I'm just trying to like.
What are y'all? Well, I ain't gonna ask y'all believe.
There was a question. People answered it. Like, I know that Courtney and Anton, often speak about their faith, which I can respect. But like, Logic, who did what you're saying?
It was people on the panel that spoke about it.
Listen what I'm saying. Okay, don't take it because I'm in the boat with y'all too.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who did it.
No, listen. Everybody who responded up until the last person that responded, right? Everybody had a whole little thing about yes, prayer, yes, all this and stuff like that. And I just say y'all full of shit.
I mean,
what?
That's bullshit. Well, Killer didn't say nothing.
Hey, look, all you gotta do is rewind it.
Right. So that's why I'm telling him. So be direct. Put your name on your bullet. Me personally, I pray, I meditate. It's a lot. Y'all don't know me though, so I don't really speak to my lifestyle or what I do or whatever. The conversations we've had haven't been around my beliefs, my faith. But I'm more so spiritual than I am religious. So I do believe that, if you pray, like I said, from a clean heart, you will get what is meant for you. So
can I ask a question really quickly? All right. And I wanted to ask this one before, right? What is the works part? Right? Because people say faith without works is dead. That's scripturally true, right? And then they say they pray for a husband or whatever like that. Cool. That's awesome. Or a wife, whatever. What's the actual works part? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Depends what the thing you want is. I mean, if you want to be a doctor,
No. We're talking specifically about finding a spouse. They pray for a spouse. What is the works that go into that as a result of praying for a spouse?
I think the works is the preparation. I think the works is the work you do on yourself in preparation for what you're asking for.
Like what? Give me some real tangible
healing
examples.
your trauma. Healing your trauma.
Wait. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Crispy. Yeah,
like what, T?
Crispy. You gotta have your best photos, the best angle, the best shot. That's what they said. See, I don't listen to this gap, man. I'm a fan.
No. That's not the works.
If you believe all what you say, then take all your IG pictures down, and then God gonna give you who you deserve.
I mean, whatever.
Look,
you're muted,
to answer your question.
Wait 1 second before y'all take this off the rails. Let me just answer real quick because I'm trying to get ready for Houston. I still got packing to do, right? So prayer, a lot of what Anton said, I agree with. Like when I pray, I'm not begging God for anything. I rarely get past, in the way that I was taught was the Lord's Prayer. How people pray that outright is actually an outline, and there are things you're supposed to fill in. And the Bible talks about entering into his courts with praise and thanksgiving. I rarely get out of the praise and thanksgiving part. Y'all literally can go an hour just giving, like, I ain't even asked him for nothing yet. I ain't even called on his name yet. I'm an hour in, just thank you, Lord. Thank you. If you ain't did nothing else for me, if I do whatever, thank you. Just grateful, right? And so prayer becomes alignment. Everything that y'all saying, think about it. Prayer is alignment with God. So when you say, can prayer bring you the mate of your dreams? If that dream is in alignment with the will of God, you're aligning with the will of God. That's all prayer is. You're repeating his words back to him, right? In alignment. So a lot of what we talking about and a lot of what y'all talking about, it's a lot of nuanced conversations. A lot of what y'all was hitting on, I was like, dang, what's the scripture for that? Y'all talked about, I know the plans, and is it free will or this, that, and the third? The truth of the matter is God wants your praise, your worship. He wants your adoration. He wants all of that of your own free will. That's the difference between old covenant and new covenant. New covenant.
Let me tell you why I said that though, Rilla. Let me tell you why I asked that question.
I get it.
No, I agree with you 100%. But let me tell you why I asked that question. Because there's plenty of women, similar to what Logic was talking about, right? It's plenty of women that's out here being the worst version of themselves, and they throw up a prayer.
And that's not.
They out here hoeing, bro.
That's not what that is. That's what that
like I'll give you an example, right?
Well, that's
how
the genie in the
can
bottle,
you be
guys.
playing house? How can you be playing house? How can you be sleeping and living with a man, right? Completely outside of what God is asking for you to do, if that's the faith that you believe in, and then you praying for this guy to marry you, but you've already got outside of the steps that it takes in order to get married, according to what God is saying that you're supposed to do in the first place.
Look,
if
man,
you believe this, if this is what you believe, then why are you outside of the steps that it takes in order to really fulfill it according to what he said you're supposed to do? Right?
That's why they're not getting the results.
Hold on, real quick.
That he that findeth life, not the other way around. You're not even supposed to be looking. Your eyes is not even supposed to be out here looking for a man in the first place if you supposed to be doing it the way that God said. So why would you ask for something that God said that you ain't even supposed to do in the first place and expect the results? That's the whole reason why I asked the questions in the first place. Why would you pray for something that you're not supposed to even be doing? That don't make sense. So if somebody say, well, I can say what I want to say. Yeah, you can say what you want to say, but why do you expect any kind of different results if you outside of what he told you to do in the first place? It makes no sense.
I don't think if a woman is praying for the correct husband that God wants her to be with, that she's out searching for him. Again, like I said before, I think God hides folks. And I think that God will put you in a place where you can be seen by the man that he wants if you do the work. Now, you asked before, what is the work that a woman can do? So for me, it's the idea of being the Psalms 31 woman. And that is the work that you put in, which is a lot of stuff that Chaotic has said before. Proverbs.
No, it's Proverbs. It's Proverbs.
Proverbs, excuse me. So, and there's a lot of stuff that Logic said before, as far as with the demeanor, the dress. So, I mean, I can definitely give him credit on that. So that's what I think the works is. And putting yourself doing the work, I definitely think God will put you in a place where you can be seen by the man that is busy. But it's not that I'm looking or, oh, you going to be it. It's putting myself in the place.
Courtney, God said that a woman should be silent, right? So if you refuse to be silent, then is God gonna reject your prayers?
Wait,
yes, God rejects the prayers of sinners.
Can you recite that scripture? Like, what scripture is that?
What do you mean?
Hold up, Lady Trigger. You know what I'm saying? Shit, just hold up.
Oh my God,
Courtney. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I put a name on it.
What's that scripture?
So,
hey, look. All right. If y'all the Christians, y'all the prayers, y'all asking me
what you're quoting scripture. I'm asking you to name the scripture.
You telling me you don't know the scripture that the Bible said?
You said it. I'm just asking you what scripture it is so I can look it up.
Wait. Before y'all take this off the rails, let me
hold on, Rilla. See, this is the thing. The prayers is wrong.
Some of yours actually.
Hold on, Rilla. Because the prayers are wrong. Because the way people pray, it reveals the flaws in their heart, right? And so what happens is, instead of women saying, "Hey, make me a whole woman, like a wholesome woman, give me humility, give me this fruits of the spirit," right? Make me show me myself so that I can then become obedient, right? Mm-hmm. Give me that mindset to align with the vision of the man that if you decide to send to me. They not praying that prayer. They saying, send me the man of my dreams.
See, Anton, that's
crazy to me.
Anton, when I mentioned like the work in terms of a mate, those are like, depending on the person, of course, the types of things that would be the work, I guess you could say. That's what I was like, whatever you need to do. I think Q mentioned healing trauma or, making yourself just into the best person would be the work that you do to attract the mate that would be good for you. But like, side note, as a woman who has never prayed for a mate, Are people out here just like praying for mates? I'm not saying that like, huh?
No, I said right.
Like, are people just like, I don't know. Like, I picture somebody like on their knees with their hands like at night, like by their bed, like, please, like,
Yeah, Sierra's prayer. Sierra's prayer is a real thing.
Fellas, they not praying for no. That's why I call cap. They not praying for no mate. If they praying for anything, they praying that nigga goddamn come with his half for the rent.
But see, logic, they shouldn't be praying for the mate. They should be praying. I'm done. I'm gonna let y'all.
Prayer, P-R-A-Y, and then there's prayer, P-R-E-Y-E-R. And a lot of these people, because their hearts ain't clean, are doing more pray with the E-Y, which is a form of casting spells, because you know there's life in the word, and whether you want to pray and put a certain energy towards something, like you're gonna get what you ask for. It may not come to you in the form that you're asking for it in, but once you put it out there, it's gonna come back to you. So I mean, there's that.
I would say this, man. Focus on practicing the presence of God and align yourself. Focus on aligning with God. That's what seek ye first. That's what Matthew 6:33 is all about. That's what Anton was alluding to. Anton, you was hitting on something else, and I wasn't trying to take over the conversation.
I'm done. You do your thing, bro.
I was going to add to what you were saying when you were talking about people, because that's men and women who are out of the will yet praying, right? See, one of the convictions on my heart when it came to consummating my marriage or nuptials with my wife was that, number one, she wasn't properly under my covering. And I saw counsel, and I got a number of people. No, you guys long-term relationship. No, you guys are already coupled. No, you guys are already no. Nah, man, that's not right. We need to be official, like a referee whistle, and that's a fact. And as a result, my prayers are not hindered. Actually, I could tap into where two or more are gathered in His name. There I am in the midst, and produce better and quicker results. As a result, one will put 1,000 to flight, two will put 10,000 to flight, right? So I'm gonna leave that there because y'all been cooking and going deep as is, and I don't want Logic to call me no goddamn hypocrite all weekend.
No, I just want to know this, and I'm done with it. Kayla, did you see your verse back there that you asked for?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Anton, I like that hoodie.
Thank you, Kay. I
Are
appreciate
those mountains? Wait, no,
laugh like that.
That's what I'm saying. Was that supposed to be a joke? Like, I don't
is
get
it
it.
a small business?
Yeah, they're a small business. I'm gonna release them. I told him I'm gonna push him. Actually, it's a young dude. He's only like 15 or something like that, and I try to help him out.
I would order one. Send me the link.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link.
Yeah, support the youngins chasing their dreams. Love that.
Yeah, support y'all the real and
then I look closer pyramids. Yes.
Hey, support y'all the real that what I said was correct.
Wait, no, Logic.
Oh God, get over yourself. Immediately.
Just let him
fast in a hurry.
I know Anton may have pushback, or anybody else that's a Bible scholar may have pushback. One thing for certain, when you get into the word and it starts talking about rightly dividing the word of truth, a workman who needs not be ashamed, you got to understand when Paul says something and when God expressly says something. Paul will often give his opinion. What you pointed out, Logic, is I'm not saying it's not in the scripture. I'm not even saying, I'm not going to debate whether it was inspired, but you got to discern whether that was Paul's opinion or whether that's the express written will of God.
And this is exactly why I said y'all was cap. You literally just sit here and say, hey, I'm gonna pick what I want to pick, and my discernment is telling me it don't mean that.
Gotcha.
Next topic. I'm done.
Wait, hold on, Logic. So you need to tell me.
No, bro.
Wait.
I'm done. Bro.
No, let me ask you a question. No, you the Bible scholar tonight, so let me ask you a question.
We should have invited my grandma. Like, she is so into everything.
Wait.
My grandparents would have been like,
wait, I promise y'all, I'm gonna be cool all night. Logic, let me ask you this question. So when Paul says, I wish all y'all could be like me, I wish that none of y'all would marry, but because y'all too hot in the pants, go ahead and get married because it's better to marry than to burn. Am I supposed to believe that it's the express will of God that none of us should be married? Or am I supposed to believe Paul is giving his opinion there?
So now you compare the Bible to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I can't believe you, bruh. I mean, you say the Bible is a book of opinions?
Bruh.
Logic, come back.
No, literally, that's what you said. You said the Bible is a book of opinions, and you can choose what opinions you want to follow.
Some people do believe that certain translations are.
Somebody tell me where I said that.
You didn't say
You
that.
just said it was Paul's opinion.
Yo, Logic,
No,
I'm gonna say this for you one more time. In 2 Timothy, there's a scripture that says you need to rightly divide the word of truth, a workman who needs not be ashamed. What does that mean? Because it seems to me you would be the one cherry picking and finding what you want out the book. But I study the book.
Yeah. Well, I didn't hear Rilla say that is book of opinions. What he said is that I think he said to understand what God is saying in the book and then what the other disciples are saying in the book. And I think you put down 1 Timothy 2:11 through 15. I actually think that's about not necessarily just a woman being quiet. It's a woman being submissive and understanding the authority of men. And being quiet as far as not having authority over man, not necessarily being in a pulpit, not preaching. So I think that's what that particular verse is about that you put in. So it's not just be silent. It's silent for what? Being submissive to your husband, not preaching over men, not having authority over men. And in that case, yes, women needs to be silent.
All right, the church say amen. Y'all took us to church on this Thursday evening. Salute. Gratitude. I know all the slut monkeys are pretty upset right now, but it is what it is. You guys just tuning in. Welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Also subscribe to the channel. We got a bunch of super chats that came through. You process through them real quick.
Look at Logic picture
with the $10.
That's what them girls be looking like, Logic. That's why you like Walmart girls.
Yeah, there you go. Eugene, still $10. It is not enough to pray for or manifest something. You have to do the work to get what you pray for or manifest. If you make the effort, God will help you the rest of the way. Shout out to Eugene. $20 super chat. Shout out to Chaotic for coming back. HB 2N 499 Chaotic Truth praise to be 6 feet. Richie's dad's rally voice, boo boo. Hey, shut the fuck up.
What?
I don't know. Silver 499. He is right. Once you put it out in the universe, you just got to be ready to get it. Shout out to you. $500 super chat, Mr. Elephant. Appreciate you for Kayla's makeup refill fund. All right, there you go.
Thank
$5.
you.
Agree with the discernment.
Send it directly to me.
You did the right thing. Agree with the discernment. I've had a lot of cardio beads. I thought
cardio beads.
I need to read these because you're not there too.
Yeah, I wanted to.
Go ahead, read it.
Men pray for wives who are good fit. Oh, you want to do it? Okay.
Men pray for wives who are God-fearing with WAP, the ability to cook and clean, and shows gratitude.
Hold up. Did the first Timothy just say y'all supposed to be submissive? He didn't tell y'all can read.
I was trying to help him out. Even Logic, you remember you said last show when I did, you was like, you know what? You need to read the super chats because I do a better job than JR. Remember you saying that, sir?
Yeah, but he'll tell you need to be submissive.
I don't know what's going on right now, but the energy that's coming in from
Logic is being dominating.
It's coming in bad for me, and I really don't know how to intercept that. There's something weird going on inside right now. I don't know if I'm boiling. I don't know what to do right now. So y'all got to get the energy off me right now. With all due respect. Now go ahead. Either one of y'all can read it. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
Mem. Oh, I already read that one.
Okay, there you go. Okay, I had that one. There you go.
Kayla got on that T. Henley.
These niggas violate, man.
What's up, y'all?
It's funny how they're sending money and it's supposed to be offensive. That's hilarious.
A purpose on this earth is a man.
Mm.
God called me to make Island Gal Q my wife.
I was drinking that night.
Savage says, I'd rather see Kayla just as she is now.
You're back. Wait, were you gone?
You gotta send some money though.
Pharaoh hardened his own heart, not God.
Mm.
God is outside of time. Go ahead, chaotic. Go ahead.
G-Firm says,
clearly just.
I mean, come on now. G-Firm says God is outside of
I'm
time.
the resident reader here.
He said, JR. Okay, see this? Okay, all right. Yeah.
Look at the two educators going at it. Educators, calm down.
G says, G-Firm says, God is outside of time. This is the reason Courtney is correct. That's how Christ knew Peter would deny him. He didn't make the decision for Peter. And this is what I was trying to say earlier.
See, that's why we don't have you reading, because you just go on to something else.
Okay,
all we're doing here is reading. Just read.
JR, can I point out
just
something?
Just chaotic.
I want to point out something real quick.
Don't point anything out.
Kayla.
Everyone has free will.
Can I say something real quick?
However, everyone is held accountable for their actions by God. Two things can be true.
We just trying to get to the super chat,
Kayla, do you think me and you kind of resemble?
Can you mute him? Kayla, with that deep,
very rude.
No, I was
always catching my eyes. A funny thing is there are people who accomplish things by breaking God's commandments. Actually, everybody does, and thank God for it.
Shout out to the award shows. Shout out to Eugene Steele.
God rejects people who don't forgive. Rejects people who don't forgive. Actually, he does not reject the prayers.
Y'all thought I was bad.
I told you, let me read it. But
man, look, I reread it. Don't come for me about some reading.
Hey,
y'all want to
you the teacher?
That is saying I have a better.
Y'all want to do some reading content? I'm ready.
Matthew says,
whoever said that comment about Kayla's makeup is out of order. Yes.
Matthew says,
even
whoever
if you
said
don't even if you don't always agree with someone, respect must always be there. Come on, black men.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas lame for the makeup comments and shit. Rob just said they pussy.
And the miserable ass people.
The same people that complain.
Wait, hold up. Wait. Get in your
seat about wearing makeup. Then when somebody doesn't wear it, they complain. Like,
okay, well, let me see.
And if you do, you know how that go.
No, don't take don't stop me from saying some shit and gonna complete my sentence. The Bible said 1 Timothy 2 said you need to be submissive. So now I was saying it. Don't cut me off.
Anyhow,
you gotta calm down, Kay. You and your masculine.
Anyhow, come out Saturday, man. I'm gonna have my Bruno Mars going on. I'm gonna see if I can get that. See if I can get that Mr. Logic line in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Moving on to our next topic, y'all. Y'all ready?
Yes, Lord.
Okay.
No, we're not ready.
Amen.
We often talk about men being intentional, right? Y'all agree?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. How can women be intentional in relationships? Don't all speak at once. I know
Have a plan. Communicate clearly. Execute it.
What plan?
If you're in a relationship, like whatever y'all are trying to build together, make sure that you are communicating and making sure that you are holding up your end of it. If you're like in a relationship, you want to, be intentional about your plan and definitely communicate it clearly with your partner and work towards it. I'm not sure what else.
Okay. I kind of want to mix it up a little bit. Mr. Logic, how can women be intentional in relationships in your opinion? Speaking from a guy's perspective.
Come to my house, barefooted and butt naked.
Wait, why? Why knew you was gonna say that?
I want to know my submission.
Is that what they do when you go pick them up at Walmart?
Don't listen to me. Listen to the word.
Is that what they do? Logic already? Is that what they do?
Come to my house, barefooted and butt naked, and come with my plan. I explained to you what barefoot and butt naked is. For the people who get triggered that sit here and say Elijah trying to take us back to the caveman days and all that. No. When I said come barefoot and butt naked, I'm saying come as you. Leave all that other shit behind. The damn baby daddies, the niggas who did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Leave all that shit behind and you come in and you come under my plan. And then I got some sundresses in the closet that I'll clothe you. I would say you'll be under my protection. I'm responsible for the plan going wrong. If you want to know, that's it.
Hello, motherfucker. Can they wear wigs and makeup?
No, you know his answer to that. You know that. You know what? I didn't disagree until you said I got the sundresses to clothe you. Them shits are not gonna clothe you all year round. But
If you lived in Houston, they will.
I guess
I thought it was symbolic.
She said Elijah, she said she agreed with the butt naked and barefooted.
Go ahead, lady. Test it out, girl.
No, I'm saying like naked as far as like, you know, free of all the baggage, all that extra shit. Absolutely. That's a way to be intentional. You know what I mean? Why you don't want to deal with a man and his baggage? Why should he want to deal with yours? So I agree with that.
But see, it ain't like because you're half baggage in life. So that's not being but I'm saying like all the problems, all the trauma, you need to leave that at the door. You know what I'm saying? Sundress, no drawers, yeah. But now the sundress thing is that, you know what? You gonna be clothed, you gonna be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Everything is gonna be provided. And then that's how women need to approach relationships, just like that. That's my opinion. I ain't fucking nobody unless they rule with that.
Logic's closet of sundresses is metaphor. It's a metaphor.
They know that. They just get triggered.
Really, what are your thoughts about it? How can women be intentional in relationships, your opinion?
Yeah, be intentional about being his peace. I think, you know, what's funny is I think we get in these spaces, man. We hit on all the buzzwords. We hit on everything everybody want to hear. Listen, man, the way me and my girl, I'm just saying for me and mine, man, the way me and my girl got together was unconventional. We literally made a deal.
What?
That's a fact. We negotiated. Niggas too old for this shit, man. What the fuck is we doing? We grown, man. What the fuck is we talking about on these panels, man? What we doing? Right? Be intentional about being the best version of yourself, being transparent, being vulnerable. That's what Logic was saying with the sundress and barefoot and butt naked. What actually, the way I heard you, Logic, the barefoot butt naked is being transparent and vulnerable. The sundress is the covering that I provide for you when you come under my plan. When you come under my covering, I'm covering you. I'm responsible for you. Again, it's one of the reasons, one of the things, and I don't care what people say about me, but one of the things that I do appreciate about this space, and even with Anton, is that first class that we had, Anton, that you don't even know how long that stuck with me, bro. It really challenged me. It really pushed me to get on my shit. Right? So what we talking about, fam? What we talking about? All these, like, and that's why I keep saying I don't have these problems that all these other people keep talking about. They can't find a woman that they want. Shit, you got to check self, fam. I have never had an issue with finding a woman. I have never been without a woman, unless I wanted to be without a woman. That's a fact.
Okay, Rilla.
No. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in no place.
No, it's too late now. It's
too late. Don't try to take it back.
Swag and nothing like that.
It's too late.
I ain't saying like
monkey
and all that. No, what I'm saying is you get who you qualify for. So if you want somebody of a particular quality, you got to be intentional about qualifying for that person. So just like how y'all was saying last week, right? Everybody was like, y'all actually made a good point about the man providing emotional stability. Well, the guy that's on his square, that's, you know, purpose driven and about providing resources and getting to that level, he ain't gonna have time to do all that. So how you gonna be intentional in that relationship? Your ass better be about bringing him his peace. Stomach full, sack empty. That's a reality of life. And I don't know why it's so hard for people to hear that, or I'm sorry, for ladies to hear that, when men speak honestly about like the things that we need, it's real. Y'all listen, man, no dude out here, well, most dudes out here is not trying to get a woman that's on his level. Might as well get with a man. If I'm trying to get with a woman that's on my level, you might as well get with a man. If you're doing the whole 50-50 shit, and I'm not knocking anybody that do the 50-50 shit, I'm not tripping on that. But what I'm saying is, you in a lot of those instances, what most women think they describing that's beneficial to men, they're actually describing if they get that type of man, that man wants a man. Go ahead.
I low-key wish you would have had the women ask first, just because I feel like if we answer now, it's gonna look like we're just saying what the guy said.
No, please pontificate, please.
But like, I agree with both of what you guys said. I think the way a woman can be intentional is by being intentional about first healing herself. So she's not like projecting past traumas, past experiences onto a man, and loving a man in a way that loving a man like she's never been hurt before, right? I think we can also be intentional by catering to and accommodating our men in a way that makes his life easier, like being 2-3 steps ahead of it, like, you know, of whatever it is like that needs to be done to, you know, either push him forward, elevate him, speaking life into him, those sorts of things. And also, Rilla, what you said about there was something that you said that I can't remember right now, but I'll just speak to like my belief instead of what it was that you said, right? So those are ways, in addition to just being mindful about just the things you can do to kind of nurture the relationship, you know, and keep it on a upward trajectory, and just building like whatever it is that you guys set forth to do, just making sure that you kind of stay in alignment with that. So those are a few ways that I think we can be intentional about, you know, relationships.
Can I ask you this?
I agree.
I just want to ask T this. Was it going to be something along the lines of matching a man's energy?
No. I'm not matching nobody's energy. Like if your energy is not either where I'm at or above, I tend not to want to meet you there. I'm not matching nobody's low frequencies. Absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Hold on. Hey, is this a different person? Because I don't know who this is.
Wait, don't jinx it, Logic. We're not done with the show.
Ain't no jinxing nothing. Hey, what do you mean? What does that even mean?
What does that
Don't
mean?
jinx it, Logic. Just wait on it.
Wait on what exactly?
No, wait.
It's the shade for me.
No, wait till it gets chaotic. Not you chaotic, just the panel get chaotic.
No,
Rilla, you're muted.
I'm not throwing shots at him, giving her credit. Like,
no, I wasn't talking about you.
Was talking to
I was
me.
talking about what she said.
Was talking to me.
Oh.
I said, don't
Yeah.
jinx it. We're doing good. That's what I meant. The panel's doing good. The sage is flowing. We don't want to jinx the panel and then we start arguing.
Well, I think you need to your ass need to read 1 Timothy 2, 11 through 15. Shit. I'm gonna get that shit tattooed on my fucking forehead for y'all.
Who are you referring to right now? Who are you referring to, Logic? Me?
Hey,
No,
get it right above your eyebrow, Logic.
Huh?
I said get it right above your eyebrow.
No, get it between your thighs.
Wait,
Remember, you
saying,
JR, we were supposed to get
that's between y'all two. I don't know nothing about that.
No, JR, wasn't Rilla supposed to get a tattoo of Lapeef on the side?
Personal.
There you go, JR.
Oh yeah. I meant to tell y'all. I did order the brander. Yeah. He should be there. We all getting branded right on stage. So if you guys, hey, this is gonna be something epic.
No.
I told y'all the experience is gonna be like no other. I think somebody getting on their back. Who is that?
Rilla.
No, I'm getting Detroit versus everybody. I got the everybody versus Justice, but I'm getting Detroit.
Nah, we want to see it, Rilla. Put that slow up, brother. Anyhow, go ahead, Courtney. How can women be intentional in relationships? Your opinion?
I agree with what everyone was saying. I think you can be intentional by being purposeful. So doing things for a purpose, doing things for a reason, thinking things through before you do anything or your actions. So um, yeah, being purposeful. Do things for a reason. When you speak, think. I know I have this problem. A lot of times I go off emotions before I start thinking about it. I had the lady that did my braids. She's been married for 18 years, and she told me one thing that has helped her marriage is that she understands that she can't speak when she's mad because it gets over emotional, and she says some things that sometimes that she's regretted. So her intention to have a good relationship as far as with communication with her husband was, I had to learn how to be silent. So I have to be quiet because I know if I speak out of emotion, I say something stupid and that's going to harm the relationship. So her knowing herself, that's her reasoning because she understands herself. So my braid lady was dropping gems all night last night.
No, you just gave Logic the alley oop, man.
Not only that, what the lady said, I agree. I feel like sometimes to be intentional, we have to be selfless, right? We can't just we can't just think about ourselves. We have to think about the other person. Um, I think the trauma that T talked about, that should be healed before being in the relationship. So everything else she said was correct. But I think the communication is a big part when it comes to relationships. I see that's a problem here on social media. I think we need to listen to understand instead of women just listening to respond or being sensitive or having their pum pum energy because what a man says. We need to understand where they're coming from when a man speaks because we're not men. So we're not in their shoes. Okay. So I think communication is a big part in being intentional in what we want and just communicating overall, like goals, wise, and everything of that nature. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the miscommunication was, but I fully said that you need to leave your
No,
traumas in the
I
past. So
no. I never said you didn't though. Did I?
yeah, you said everything else you agree with. As far as like the whole traumas thing, you felt like they should be healed before you went to a relationship.
Can y'all hear? She
I can't
sounds a little low for me.
It sounds like you're far.
Yeah, I don't know if you changed your mic. Yeah, check the mic.
No, something you first said, T, regarding healing your trauma, right? As I said, that should be done before getting into the relationship. That's the only part I disagreed what you said. But I don't, yeah, that's all.
But I also said that they need to be left behind, though. So that's why I don't understand where the disagreement came from. That's what I'm saying. Let me fix my mic, though.
Oh, no, I don't remember you saying that. But if you did, I'm sorry, my bad. So I guess I didn't disagree on that part. I could take full accountability, though.
Hey, Kayla, how can women be intentional in relationships? Your opinion? Cal, did you go?
Yeah, I haven't gone yet, but I'll wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll wait.
I think that women can be intentional by being transparent and communicating what they actually want. I do think sometimes women say things that they think sound good or like that they think the guy wants to hear or like whatever, like what is he gonna say if I say blah blah, like I think being transparent and being honest is very important. I mean, that's the first thing I can really think of. I mean, that's how you can show a man that you're really intentional about him and about, wanting something with him. If you're really honest with him about what you think and how you feel versus being like trying to be this whole perfect person that you can't even keep up, like trying to be, that you can't even maintain throughout the relationship. I think that definitely shows a man that you're intentional.
All right. Shout out to the Green Gang. I see y'all. Chaotic. How can women be intentional in relationships? Again, shout out to the Green Gang.
Well, before I just want to start off with the definition from the Oxford Dictionary. Intentional means done on purpose. It means deliberate. Similar words are calculated and conscious. You as a man, you have to approach your existence as a Fortune 500 company. In companies, there is something called risk management. And as a man, you should have risk management when it comes to a woman's intentional behavior. And a woman should be aware of her intentional existence or her intentional behavior. Now, women, I hate to say this, but it's true, generally are chaotic. No pun intended.
What?
They generally want drama. They generally want to create havoc and chaos around them because that is their intentional nature. They can't stand peace. That's why women are chatty patties. That's why they gossip all the damn time. You as a man, it is your duty to first vet the women around you. Did she come from a nuclear family? Because if she did, maybe her dad or mom taught her, listen, honey, you're a little bit nutty, but you're going to have to do these things to be around men who are willing to take care of you. And a man who's willing to take care of you does not want certain things to happen. So, for example, women nag people to death. They nag their significant other to death. They create problems. It's 2 a.m. Honey, did you make sure the trash was taken out? I just woke up. Why are you waking me up and talking about the trash? And these things happen. You have to stop women in their tracks. The first time they are chatty patties, the first time they do something like wake you up at 2 a.m. to check and see if you have air in the tire, you have to check them and say, honey, I would like for you to stop this behavior. It is upsetting me. It is nagging me. You have to, as a man, you have to have risk management when it comes to intentional behavior from women. Because what will happen is you will not correct her behavior, and you will have a woman that will nag you into a damn heart attack. If you think I'm lying, check and see how many men die of heart attacks. I wonder why. Because they have a wife who has an intentional nature to make your life unpeaceful. Oh, he's so happy today. I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in his program because I'm upset. And women will do that. Women generally don't have any other hobbies outside of their man. So when they see their husband, he's peaceful, he's on the couch just chilling, or their boyfriends, they want to cause havoc for them because they're upset. Now, for women, you're going to have to control this deliberate or calculated behavior. You're going to have to stop nagging. If you're bored, do a domestic task. Make sure the cupboards are clean. Make sure the cans are in order. Something. You're going to nag people to death with your intentional behaviors, your calculations. And that's what, listen, you want to bother somebody, bother the children. Play with them, do something. But stop bothering men with this intentional shit. And listen, I'm an expert on this whole. I'm so glad that you came out of nowhere, JR, with this intentional subject, because I talk about this all the time. A woman will nag you to death.
Hey, Chaotic, I got a question. Chaotic.
I want to finish too after this, but go ahead, though.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to say this, and all men have gone through this. How many times has a woman you're dating or a woman you're sleeping with left some panties or some or some socks intentionally underneath your pillow or something? You know why? Because she has this calculated behavior to cause some drama. I'm gonna see if a girl come over here and see that.
No, or maybe I had a good night and she just
Lady
left
Mogul,
her so that you could sniff them in case you wanted to remind yourself.
Lady Mogul, you just did it. You're talking when a man is talking. Bad girl. Now here goes the thing, guys. Oh, sorry.
I'm not your bitch. Watch your mouth.
No. I have to say that, Lady Mogul, because if I don't, you will not correct your behavior. You're not.
It's a talk show, Chaotic. Stop.
You're not. See,
he's right though.
Sir,
white
don't
women,
be disrespectful though. Don't
women,
speak
Asian
like
women will
that.
get on this panel and they will listen to every word that we say because they are pick-me's and that's why they get married. Now you women are combative. That's your intentional nature. I gotta say something because I don't like what chaotic said.
Shame on me for having a brain.
She can't help herself. Lady Mogul.
Hey, well, chaotic.
It's a talk show and we can talk.
Well, I just got.
I mean, what?
Wait,
I
hey,
bet you an Asian woman.
I heard you're an actor and everything, but this is not a monologue for chaotic.
hey,
Other
look.
people can talk.
They can't hear us. Hey, Hamley, hey.
Yeah,
They can't
come
hear
on,
us.
Kayla. I had a question. Hey, Kayla, did Johnny Depp, his wife, did she intentionally shit in his bed?
What the fuck?
I don't know what you're talking about, so I'm not.
Y'all ain't following the trial?
I am. I'm following the trial logic, and you know what happened? What's her name? Amanda, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She had a intentional behavior to make that man's life as chaotic as possible. Johnny Depp is a deep man. He's a peaceful man. And
No, but wait. I don't care about all that. Was it shit? Because she shit
You
it.
don't know him from a can of paint. What are you talking about?
Okay, look.
He's a peaceful man. You don't
That
even know
mouth.
this guy. You never even met him.
They are
I
that
swear
mouth.
y'all know celebrities. Y'all don't know this.
But chaotic, you know what though? Ironically, I didn't disagree with all of what you said until you started with that domineering
But you were
stuff.
talking
Like,
over me, and
I
that's
wasn't
what the
trying to
problem
talk over
was.
you.
I wasn't talking over anybody, and that's what I'm saying.
Okay, you know what? You got it. I'll let you finish.
Be a pick me and let me talk, even if you
No,
agree.
see, you say dumb stuff like that.
Here we go. Here
It's
we go.
foolishness.
Go ahead. You can have the floor.
Get
I
your life.
digress.
Nah, you can have it back.
Japanese woman would sit
ahead,
there
you
and
got
listen to every word I'm saying without
For
talking.
what?
You're talking about how women talk
Why
so
would
much,
she do
but
that?
you are the most talkative person I have
Literally.
ever
Quiet
seen.
the entire
I honestly think
time.
you've been pretty quiet. I think you've been pretty quiet tonight.
I was
quiet.
I think you've been pretty quiet
Oh,
tonight.
hold on a second. Earrings.
I gotta write this down. I saw him writing. Like, come on, man.
Well, I was taking notes. I was taking notes because I was listening.
Okay, but you took your notes. It doesn't mean you get to talk for 52 minutes.
I wasn't. I was
with no interruption. Like, that's just not what that means.
It's a dialogue.
Logic, you want to ask the
All right, women. Let them finish. Let them finish, women. Let them finish. Go ahead, chaotic.
Logic,
30
sir,
seconds.
it sounded like you had a question, but these ladies at the bottom.
Okay, get to what you're saying, man. Like, what?
25 seconds.
Logic, it sounded like you had a question for me. I'm ready, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know, do you think that she intentionally shit in the bed because she admitted to it in the trial?
She did. She wanted to do something that was so egregious that wanted to destroy this man. I mean, to further destroy this man, and that's exactly. I believe that she shat it on his bed, and that's what a lot of women would do. They can't hurt you physically because they're not strong like men, but they will do things like that to bother you.
Damn.
So I did look up what chaotic said about men.
Well, hold on, chaotic. I think you need to open up a church, bro. I'll be your whatever you need me to do.
Second,
No.
Deacon.
Thank you.
So I did look up what chaotic said about the heart attack. Men are twice as likely to get a heart attack over women. So you're right about
Because
that
they
part.
eat horribly.
Lady Mogul, sweetheart, have you looked outside and seen black women compared to black men? It's not black men walking around that are morbidly
Yeah, they
obese.
are. They're big as hell. What are you talking about?
No, we're not. No.
Yes.
No, black women are morbidly obese.
No, yeah, of course. There are black women that are morbidly obese, but there are also black men
there
that
are
are
way
morbidly
more.
obese. In our community, the way more
Okay, how about this? I agree with you.
Crazy.
a good husband you are. I can
I
see
agree.
why your wife married you.
Because
Go
obviously
ahead.
you guys don't
Go
have
ahead.
eyes like me. Because I see more morbidly obese black women than black men.
What does that have to do with? What does that have
Black
to do
men
with?
generally are in shape, and you know that. Now stop.
What is that? What is that connected to? Like, what's the purpose?
Well,
No,
somebody had literally just said it's their heart attacks come from eating bad. No, that's
Yeah,
not
they
the case.
do.
Their heart attacks come from people like you, Kayla. No offense.
No, their heart attacks come from eating
Kayla,
bad. My friend's dad
Kayla,
had a heart attack,
Kayla,
and his best friend admitted to the
Kayla,
fact that he was
listen.
eating
Kayla,
junk
listen.
food behind his wife's
Kayla.
back. Men do it all the time.
Kayla, your mouth would drive a man like me crazy. I would have
Well,
to be.
thank God I don't have to interact with you
to
other
be
than
around you. It's because it's that combative.
But it's okay because
Jezebel
you're married.
nature.
You don't need to be around
I
me.
don't- no,
What
no,
is
no,
going
no.
on?
See,
You around me? Why are you speaking about
Why
that? You're
is it
married.
that
You have a
when
wife.
JR
You should really
asked
stop
me
trying to be
about
around me.
a woman's
It's
intention,
weird.
and I
It's very
said,
weird.
well,
It's very strange.
I said what I believe in all of, except for, and it's funny, it's funny that the half white woman on the panel is the only quiet one. I want to point that out.
Wait, I'm not half. I'm not half though.
Okay, well, you're close enough. And here goes the thing.
Oh, we're bringing it back.
I
haven't said. I'm not half white. I haven't said anything. I'm black.
Talking about.
Yeah.
I'm black.
No, I said, Courtney, thank you. And guess who's the loudest one on the panel? Kayla. Go figure.
I barely said anything tonight. I barely said anything tonight, bro. It's really giving obsessed. I literally have barely said anything.
Why is it that when I give my
because I'm doing work for our network behind the scenes while you running your mouth and talking for 25 minutes.
Why is it that when
but you still can't help but mention me? Don't your wife would feel some kind of way about that? I don't know. I would.
She knows he's trolling.
Too much. It's just too
I'm
much.
not trolling. JR asked me a question about intentionality, and I gave my perspective and how I approach life. What I am telling you, and most men know this, is that women will intentionally do things to bother the peace of a man. Generally, men are peaceful. Outside of war and little gang stuff, generally men are peaceful. We just
can I push back on you a little bit?
Yeah,
I wanna.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. No, finish your point, and then I want to ask you a question.
Generally, men are peaceful. There's nothing like as a man sitting back in your couch, your recliner, having a beer, watching the game, watching some sci-fi, and along comes a woman that will disrupt it. Oh, he in there having a good time. Let me go in there and bother him. Instead of holding that mop, instead of holding a plate to wash, you rather bother us. And what I am saying is, if there is some young lady who's 19, 20, listen to me. Please listen. Men, if all you have to do is bring in some sandwiches, some food, and a beer, and I am telling you.
Yeah, she's old enough to be your child.
No, I really hope next show you have some new talking points, because these are old already. You only been on here 2 times.
All right. I want to ask you a question, though.
Thank you, Lady Mogul. Thank you.
But it's Mogulette. But I need to ask you a question.
See, whoa. Well, let me ask you a question.
What is the problem? I corrected you so that you got it correctly.
JR, can I ask her a question? Because I can't talk about her. Now, a Japanese woman would never have gotten an attitude if I mispronounced her
I didn't
name.
get an attitude.
Why did you
I
just
just
say
corrected you.
It's Mogulette.
So because a boundary is set, that's interpreted as an attitude.
Why did you do that?
To correct you, so you would get it correct.
In a way of an attitude. My blood pressure.
No, I didn't. So you don't know my personality. So you can't tell me what
she's
an
actually
attitude
one of the
is.
calmest people on the panel, and I think it's given racism. Because that is a word that people use when they want to just say something about a black woman. They'll say, "Oh, the attitude being
exactly."
Because we see you're obsessed with white women and white people.
You're totally biased. You don't like black women, and it's so obvious.
Lady Mogulette, what's your question?
You did not have an attitude at all.
I don't have an attitude in general. I'm not an attitudinal person unless it's really called for.
How about this? I misinterpreted the way you corrected me. My apologies. But what is your question?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Genuinely. So no, my question was, now you totally like derailed my thought process. I'm not even gonna hold you. But yeah, no, I'm gonna just go back on mute because I really don't even remember it, honestly.
Chaotic got a point though. My hand's too big to hold a mop though. I've been trying to.
No. I gotta ask this honestly because I'm.
Oh wait, that was a cue joke. That was a cue joke. Everybody don't take it personal. It was a cue joke.
I gotta ask this honestly because I think even last week, when I guess the perception was me and Chaotic bumped heads or whatever. I'm listening. I'm intentional about listening to bro tonight. I'm intentional about listening to every word that comes out of his mouth. And you could say he a troll. And most likely what you'll end up with is that I don't like what he's saying or how he's saying it. But what I haven't heard yet is anybody specifically attack the point.
Because if you listen to him and just take away himself, he's actually right.
Right.
There are women.
I'm sorry. Hold on. I won't go that far.
No. At certain things, he is right though. There are women that do stuff that self-sabotage their relationships. They bring chaos just to start it.
Okay, yeah, that reminded me what I wanted to ask him.
So
Wait, hold on, Q. You're being masculine right now because you was over talking.
I didn't mean to. I thought you asked.
I need you to sit back down.
I am.
And get to your femininity.
Okay, sir. I gotta talk.
What I'm asking.
That's more like it.
Wait. Hold on, Chaotic, because this is an honest question. Because I do think about this when we talk about things in our community, and I do agree. You know, okay, this is a debate show. This is a talk show. We all can talk. What is the ultimate objective when someone we're engaging in a conversation with, and they're saying maybe some things we don't like, we don't agree with, and maybe we can prove them factually wrong or argue or debate the points, but instead of doing that, we kind of just overtalk, yell, scream, put them down, do all these other things that really play into the point that he was making.
Who did that?
Okay, so we all have done it at one point or another.
Wait, hold on.
I'm talking about right now. What was the thing
wait, T. K.
What happened just now, Chicago? Just now?
No, not just now.
Okay, well then we don't need to talk about it.
Well,
I'm talking about right now.
Wait, hold on, okay. Because if JR want to control the show, he can. If you want to ask me a question, I can answer it.
I don't want to. Sorry, never mind.
Then why bring it up, Kay?
I don't know. My bad.
Are you sure? Because I can answer it because I know for a fact when he said something y'all didn't like, everybody went at his head. Not you, Q.
So it's not that I went at his head.
Not you, Courtney.
Well, that's not everybody, sweetheart.
I didn't go at his head. I challenged it. Is this not a dialogue?
Well, that's always.
And I'm not challenging it in a way that's trying to be disrespectful.
I mean, and you're not. And what's funny is the ladies came to your defense and they said, "Oh, you're the most quiet." That brother literally had been sitting there for like quite some time, just like, yo, Logic. For real.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna see you in Houston, bro. Like for real, the brother was sitting there quiet. And what I was waiting on was for the ladies to respond. And I get it. Like I enjoy conversating with people who don't maybe think like me, agree, or they have a different opinion, or whatever. I don't care how you state it. I had to really sit back after last week. I really had to sit back and see what bro was saying. I had to think about it, but I'm literally sitting here watching y'all. The moment he says something y'all don't like, boy, it's.
But what's crazy is, like Q said, he says a lot. He makes a lot of points, but it's the delivery. It's almost like the performative, like very inflammatory statements that he makes when it's like you can totally say what you're saying about women being more domestic without trying to demean Black women and make it seem like, oh, only white women or Asian women conduct themselves in a certain way. And I think that's the only thing that gets to me personally, because I know my life. And
but T, what I'm saying is, I'm sorry, Q, and I'll be quiet after this. I promise, Q, and you can go. T, what I'm saying is, you actually play into the point that he's making when you attack him and not the point.
But
whenever you attack him and his performative style and his what you think he's trolling, and when you attack everything about him and not the point, it plays into what he was saying. I have no idea why you make
so respectfully, Chaotic, do you feel like I've attacked you?
No, I don't.
Okay, because I'm curious as to like I'm trying to understand what you're saying, really, because I don't feel like I've attacked this man. I don't know him personally. I don't attack people in general.
Y'all hurl. Wait, hold on. Let me.
Unless they attack me.
Okay, so let me clarify this way, because I'm not the most articulate person. I'm not a C student either, Anton. But
really?
Facts. So I'm not saying attack in terms of hurling personal insults. What I am saying is he makes a point, and then all of a sudden, everybody. Oh, wait, hold on. Everybody at one time.
Brother, that was you last week too. He says inflammatory stuff. He says things to get a reaction out of us. Like, let's not act like that's not the case.
No,
like,
hold
he
on.
says some off the wall stuff. Underneath it is some facts. Absolutely.
I actually came in and I challenged the brother on one point, and I asked him to respect the panel.
And he called you a simp.
Correct. And after that interaction, I fell back like small back.
But that's my point. Like he makes good points, and then if somebody challenges him, or if he's backed into a corner, then he throws out insults.
No.
So he's doing exactly what you're saying that we've done.
All right, cool.
When you didn't agree with him, he called you a simp. When Courtney was backing him into a corner, he asked her about her wedding band.
That's not what happened. No. Actually, what happened was he asked Courtney to cut that up. Man, y'all, hey, look, put this up.
Don't work like that, JR. Yeah.
Put that up. Listen, actually, T, what happened was he was going at Courtney. He asked her to show her wedding finger, right? I felt that was a blow, and I wanted to set the tone for the evening, right? So I simply asked the brother to respect the panel and respect the women. And then he said, yo, you gonna stop simping? You gonna stop simping? I've been simping. I be in big coochie energy all day. That ain't nothing new, right? What I'm saying is,
he said that he called you just for defending us. He called you out for going against that.
Okay, so all the more so. Here's the difference. All the more so, if I'm saying something, I would think y'all would be inclined to at least hear what I'm saying, because I would imagine that I've called it out on both sides then, right? So what I'm saying is, when y'all, and I'm not saying attack, Logic.
Triggered. Triggered is the word, not attack.
That's it. But I'm not saying y'all insulted the dude in terms of, y'all attacking him in terms of hurling insults. What I'm saying is, he'll say something, and then you'll see a symphony of
you said some crazy shit though. Come on, you kidding?
This is
hilarious.
Wait, can
this is kind of what I was talking about last show, when now we've been spending 15 minutes talking about how people talk, how they go about their talking, tone policing people's tone. That's not what we're here for. If you don't like how somebody say, you just don't like it. You just keep it moving. It's been like, I'm sorry, JR. It's been 15 minutes. We're sitting here having conversations about how people talk. The only thing you can control is yourself. So why are we even talking about this? Like,
the reason why I'm bringing it up, Kayla, is because there are a ton of people, there are a ton of people that watch this platform. So I would love to see, I thought it was dope that even in the midst of last week, shout out to Courtney, she came back and did an objective breakdown on what took place last week, right? I thought that was dope on her platform. She was objective and honest in her presentation, right? And what I would love to see in a moment is for somebody to, even if you disagree with bro, be able to respectfully break him down on his point, right? Without all the extra. Because again, when y'all try and match men's energy and it comes off as aggressive, I don't know what y'all expect the outcome to be.
Who victimized Chaotic? Who did something to him?
What would the outcome be, other than I said something and you gonna say something?
Who called 911? Who called 911?
Someone.
I don't get why passion or pushback comes across as aggressive. Like, I really don't get that. It really reminds me seriously of I'm so happy now that I work in philanthropy and not in corporate America anymore, because you men literally do to Black women what they do there, and it's really unfortunate. I don't have any, and not all Black men, because I love my Black men, so don't misunderstand me. But some of the men here, I will say, like, even how Chaotic's rhetoric, the only issue I have with what he says, believe it or not, because as a Caribbean woman, I grew up learning that we are supposed to be domestic. We're supposed to take care of our household. We're supposed to take care of our man. Fine, I'm okay with that. But don't make it seem like that's all we're worthy of, or that's all we're valued for. Like, there's so much more to the essence of a woman than that. That's my only thing. And then for you to make it seem like, oh, only white women do this and white women do that. Well, okay, fine, no problem. And I have nothing against white women either. But don't try to make it seem like, oh, white women are better than Black women because Black women don't shut up and Black women don't do this and that. That's where it becomes problematic. Don't try to. And then for you to try to make it seem like if I'm pushing back or trying to have a dialogue with you, I'm being aggressive. You don't know me well enough. You don't know my personality well enough to say that I'm being aggressive. I'm not an aggressive personality.
I have a chaotic. I have a.
Lord have mercy.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, because I've been waiting. When anybody or he speaks like that, do you guys think they're talking about all Black women?
He makes it seem like
no. Does he say all Black women? Like, I'm trying to figure out why you guys get so triggered. If he's not saying all Black women, and if it doesn't apply to you, why get triggered? Like that slogan, "Hit dogs holler." You're proving his point on when he says the stuff that he does, because that's the stuff that he's saying.
The rhetoric is irresponsible. It's irresponsible.
And what is
We're on a platform where there are other women here. And
may I finish though, or no? Can I
think-
finish or no?
Right.
I mean, can I finish? I'm just saying, like, we have to listen to understand. If you don't agree, then when he's done, then you can come at him what he's trying to argue about. That's what Rilla is saying. Don't just cut him off because you got triggered about the Chinese or the white lady or whatever, the mop picking or whatever. Like, let him say what he got to say. Even though he sounds kind of crazy, some of the points, if you take away your emotion, the points that he's talking about, he's correct. It happens. It might not apply to you, but there are women out there that's doing that. We cannot be blind to it, right? So just don't take it personal. That's why I be here laughing. Like, I be laughing when y'all get triggered. Like last week, it was a trigger fest. This week, that's why it's no. You don't
it personal.
I mean, can I finish? Dang, it's Logic's fault because Logic jinxed this whole damn freaking panel because he said what he said earlier. I blame Logic. It's not Chaotic's fault. I'm done.
I just don't understand how it's taking it personal just because we want to push back on something that he said. That's what we're here to do, have conversation, not just to sit here and look in the camera. We're here to talk. So if he says something that we disagree with or something that we feel like is disparaging, it's not taking it personal because I want to speak up and say something about it, because he doesn't speak in the language of some Black women or per my experience. He speaks like he's speaking for the whole community. And that's not a fact. He's not speaking for the whole community.
But does he say all Black women,
taking
Kayla?
it personal. It's participating in the show.
You see how I'm cutting you off? How can we have a conversation? How can we have a conversation if there's cutting off? Because when I'm cutting you off, I'm not listening to what's coming out your mouth. I'm talking over you. That's not a conversation. A conversation is letting you say, okay. All right.
I would like to point.
We can do a cue if that'll make everybody more comfortable.
No, it's not a cue.
Because like what?
I would like to point something out for the couple of thousand people that are watching. It may be the 50 or 60, 100,000 people that will watch this. My wife is dark skinned. She's tall. She's beautiful. I love Black women. But I want people to notice the more aggressive the panel is, the darker. And the lighter the panel, the more pleasant. I just want to point that out. So when I make my comments about white women and Asian women, listen, I'm not saying all white women are perfect, all Asian women are perfect, but you have to really sit back and wonder, why are darker Blacks always the loudest?
Men are you saying that your woman is a
No,
loud Black?
I don't even want to be.
I have to point these things out because these things are so real.
Chaotic.
Go ahead. I wasn't talking to you guys. I was talking to the people watching, but go ahead.
Honestly though, like I get it. That's your experience. That's your experience, right? I'm not trying to take away from your experience.
It never fails me. Because
that's unfortunate.
It's fascinating to me because when you guys are talking, whether I agree or not, I don't say anything. I just give my opinions and perspectives. But this is outside the realms of this panel at this point. This is how it is in real life. And it's been like this for almost 40 years with me. It's always the darker Blacks that are that are the more aggressive. And then if I say these things, then it's a problem. It's always the darker females that have the most attitude compared to the lighter ones. Don't get me wrong. I love darker females, but it's too much. And when I say these things, it's he's crazy. Am I really crazy?
Yeah.
Or is it this? Why is it that most Black men now are really leaving Black women and going to these lighter countries like Asia?
You're obsessed with white people.
You know what my issue is?
I'm obsessed with peace.
That's no, you're obsessed with white people.
I'm obsessed with peace. I'm obsessed.
The cognitive dissonance you have is so toxic.
Most black men are not leaving black women. Most black men marry black women. Most black men that are married are married to black women.
People not.
You're not.
I don't really care to let you finish.
They are. I'm just gonna go on mute because this is what I'm talking about.
Most black men that are married.
That would be best.
Are married.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
I just have a one-liner answer. I have a one-liner answer. For real.
Hold on.
Colorism at its best.
Hold on, y'all.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. Do you really believe that that it has everything to do with the pigmentation of your skin?
Anton, not only do I believe that, I think it should be studied. Why are the darker countries, the darker people?
Hold on, wait. But your wife is dark skinned, right?
I love dark skinned women.
Is she chaotic?
No. Oh, hell no. No.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
No.
So why is she not unruly?
Well, not because, remember, I properly vetted her. We come from good families. And this is the woman that I wanted to be with. She's nice and pleasant. I manifested her existence. But the fact is that a lot of women.
Wait. So is she the anomaly?
I would say in America, it is an anomaly. It is an anomaly when you meet a nice.
No. Okay, so my wife is an anomaly too. Then
I would say darker women who are very pleasant. That's an anomaly. It's about 15 to 20%.
So do you believe that in a general sense, outside of the anomalies, that darker women or the lighter women, they're kind of like a monolith? So the lighter that they are, the less chaotic that they're going to be?
I would say that the lighter black women are, the more peaceful that they are. And I would say that even when you get to white or Asian, it's even more peaceful and pleasant. Generally speaking.
Why do you think that is?
Because I don't know why this is. It's just me observing nature. And again, you really have to ask yourself these questions in terms of, why is it that in Asia, the Japanese who are lighter are more peaceful than their darker Cambodian?
But they not. Hold on, wait. Hold on,
y'all. Let's just had a conversation.
We're tolerating
this
right now?
Okay, we're not tolerating. We're just having a conversation. So let's just have a conversation.
Wrap it up.
Give me a second. So, are you aware that Asian men are largely dealing with, even in some places at a higher rate, some of the same things that black men are complaining about also with their women?
I am not aware of what Asian men are going through, but Anton, this is what I want to say, because I actually want to move the conversation along, because I know this might get too personal with people.
No, you can't.
It's not about complexion. It is about peace of mind. And the fact is, I hate to say,
no, you can't separate the complexion though, because you added that caveat.
Well, yeah, I did.
So why are you saying it's not about complexion though?
Well, I want to say that it's not about complexion with me. It's about peace. So if a person is purple, if they bring peace, it's fine. But I do have to look and observe nature. This is the second time I'm on this panel, and Kayla, the darker one, is the most problematic.
Hold on, wait.
You're the most problematic.
Hold on, Kayla. Hold on 1 second, Kayla.
Okay.
Chaotic. You can't call her that. You can't do that, bro.
Okay.
You're gross.
Can I?
Like,
let me ask chaotic. Hold on. So chaotic.
Go ahead, Courtney. Hold on, let Courtney go ahead.
Do you believe that there's light skin privilege?
No. I don't. No, believe it or not, no. I don't.
Hold on. Let me ask.
I don't. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't. I don't. And I've actually made videos. And I've actually made videos about this. If there was light skin privilege, the standard of beauty in terms of modeling would be light skin. The most famous.
Hold on. Before we even go there, hold on, wait, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me just do this.
Holy shit!
You see why? regardless of the argument, right? Because I have no problem with you saying what you want to say with your argument. Can you
Absolutely.
see why Kayla would be offended at something like that? Whether she is or not is irrelevant.
Yeah.
Can you see why she would be offended?
Sir, I've come to this panel. I can see why she's offended, but I was called Carlton by Joanna Man last week. I was
Wait, we not.
disrespected last
But
week,
it's,
sir.
I'm not doing
I'm
it.
offended
Hold on,
too.
wait. It's not the tit for tat.
Why can't I be offended?
You can be offended, but then if you're offended, then you got to say you're offended. But you can't discount somebody else being offended just because you get offended.
What
and
I'm
how are you
saying
talking about your offense as it
Hold
relates
on,
to
okay.
another
Hold on,
person?
okay. Hey, can you please give me a second?
What?
Can you give me a second? I mean, literally, you separated her and you called her the darker one.
Anton, I am dark skinned. My entire family's dark skinned.
Doesn't matter. I'm dark skinned too.
I have primarily dated dark skinned women. If I am stating what I have observed in nature, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If I am telling you that
don't
I
see anything. Wait, because you're messing up. Because you said you could see how she would be offended. Now you saying that you don't see anything wrong with it though.
No, Anton, listen, man. What I am saying is this: there is a problem in the Black community. And what I keep on saying is that we have to look at every aspect. We have to look at color. We have to look at socioeconomic status.
That's not what we're talking about. I have no problem with your argument. I'm saying that when you single people out, specifically women, the men can defend themselves. The women can too, to an extent. But I'm just saying, are you open to the possibility that that's wrong?
Yes, it's wrong. It's wrong in this liberal society.
So why not do it and then apologize?
No, because okay, I apologize, Kayla. But here goes the thing.
No. Hold on, chaotic. You can't just throw it out there quickly because it's insincere.
No, I apologize, Kayla.
All right, we cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I would just say this though. See your talking point. I think when you started directing your talking point, it became personal. Just like the girl 6. I'm gonna keep it funky. You did right now to Kayla what 6 did to you, because I still think you got your argument is valid though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I think it's a thing that Black people need to really start looking at, that it is a such thing as light skin privilege. And then we got to understand that, but we are our worst enemy because we enforce them things. So I already said it though. Guess what? I mean, and you can spin that same topic and you can say darker men are chaotic too.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
Yeah. I don't have any problem with him saying what he want to say because I don't want to live in
I work in law enforcement.
But I'm saying, but what my whole point is, when you take it and you put it on a person, your argument lose strength. That's it.
Well, I don't have a problem with his argument. I think he should be.
I'm not talking
about what you saying, Logic, at all. I'm just adding additional context to what I'm saying. Is that he can say what he want to say, but you got to be careful of towing a line when you apply it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all say stuff in the heat of conversation. You know what I'm saying? That impact different people on a platform, and you might go off or you might insult somebody, but then at the same time, we human, and you gotta be open to the possibility that you're wrong and correcting it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hit below the belt sometimes. Sometimes it's too below the belt, bro.
So can I jump in real quick?
Hold on real quick.
Okay.
I want to stay with Chaotic for a second. Chaotic, do you understand what they're saying?
100% I do.
Okay, can you explain to me what they're saying?
This is what's going on here. Yes.
Briefly.
Yes. I should not have singled out Caleb for my example. I understand that, and I do apologize. What I was trying to convey, which I keep getting cut off, is that we have to look at so many things in terms of with femininity in the Black culture. And what I have observed is that the darker women tend to be the more aggressive out of the Black culture. I don't know why that is so offensive to talk about.
But you can that's not offensive to talk about. Yeah. But you can't say the darker one down there. You can't say that, bro.
Okay, and I apologize, Anton. I apologize.
And I do hold on real quick. And I do want to point this out, that it has happened not just with him.
You know, sometimes we do things we don't realize. It doesn't excuse it. But I'm starting to understand the point. I mean, I'm okay with people explaining their experience or giving them perspectives based off their experiences, but I do understand when it becomes personal, or it's like in a personal attack. So we don't have any problem with you stating your experience. It might just be your experience, might not be everybody's experience, but as long as you give support as to why it's happening, then we can have the conversation. So people may be like, why is this allowed to happen? I don't have a problem with him stating that comment, but I do think it's a personal attack. And again, we all in some form or fashion have done it. So let's just be mindful of, when it comes to the personal attacks, but let's just have a conversation. I mean, it's his perspective, right? You guys have perspectives all the time that we don't agree on. So let's not attack his perspective, but
I think that we should, because he said that he doesn't know the whys. So when we just blatantly say some things, and I was offended by that as far as pointing out the darker skinned woman, but not maybe understanding the whys. And I think these are the reasons why we need to have these conversations. So I definitely believe that there is light skin privilege, and it's not just in the Black community, it's all people that have melanin, where the lighter skinned woman is held to a higher standard than the darker skinned women. If you look at the divestor community and the women that has shunned Black men completely, there usually have been darker skinned women that I have noticed, that I have talked to. And the reason being is that these women don't feel wanted. These women
but
are
see,
not.
that's not, but the problem, oh, my bad. I thought you was done. Go ahead. Do your thing.
So and I've spoken to these women as far as with a lot of divestors, and sometimes they're heavier set and they're darker skinned. And because I'm not as dark as them, they say, well, you will be picked more than I would be because of your skin tone. So there is, and I'm not trying to speak for darker women that are darker skinned than me, but that element that darker skinned women feel, I think it's relevant, and I think that's a real feeling. And I think that is the reason why. When
it's
you
not
single out
it's not just women.
I'm just speaking about women, because he specifically pointed out to the darker skinned women. And so when we do that, how does that make Kayla feel? And I'm sure she's probably heard that. Darker skinned women have heard that since there was a little girl. You're pretty for a dark skinned girl. A lot of times, I've heard a whole lot of men say, yeah, I'd rather be with a light skinned girl. She can look like the bottom of my foot. But because she's light skinned with curly hair and long hair, she's usually preferred. And I've heard that in my life. I've heard a man tell me that too. I wouldn't like you if you were darker.
But see, we can't tone police the conversation. Like that's another conversation that we can segment through. Oh, my bad. I thought you was done.
Well, I'll finish up because I'm definitely not trying to tone that or tone police.
I'm just saying that I don't think that we should put a limit on what he can say as far as, because people are allowed to have preferences. The only thing that I'm saying is that I don't want him to personally say something that may or may not be derogatory for somebody else. He can say whatever he want to say, in my personal opinion, about whether light skin is better than dark skin. He can have that. He can say that. He can say Japanese women is better than Black women. I don't care. That's not how I feel, but he can say that all day long. And then you got to fight, he just got to support his argument. But as far as like the personal singling people out, I think that's a completely different conversation.
Yeah. So I agree.
That's the whole thing. I would just say this. That's the whole thing I wanted to bring to light, that, you know what I'm saying? His argument was strong. You know what I'm saying? But when it get pushed around, well, I'm gonna say this though. So what do you say to the dark skinned chick that says she don't like fat guys?
Sorry, I don't like.
We're not going there.
No.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Listen what I'm saying. And see, you can't do that. You got to be balanced across the board. Like I can look at things across the board, right? And I can just look at everything and say, you know what? You got to respect that people have preference. You You know what I'm saying? And regardless of how it makes you feel, it would never change that.
But this is not about preference.
Right. If I can finish saying what I was saying.
You can control being fat. You can't control the color.
Hold on, y'all. Like I think Kayla. I think Kay was trying to say something. I think Kay was trying to say something.
I didn't finish my comment.
Okay, we can only talk at one time. So go ahead, Kay, then Courtney, and then we'll finish
Courtney,
off with Kayla.
We're talking.
We've been talking.
Courtney, go first. I'll go after you.
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted to say something, so that's why.
I mean, I definitely do, but Courtney, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm saying, Jack, it's not about caping. No one's caping for anything, but colorism is a real thing. And what Chaotic was saying, that he doesn't know why. So I'm not trying to save anyone. It's the essence of trying to understand the whys. There is a preference, and you can prefer anything. But your preference shouldn't have to mean you demean or degrade someone else because you don't prefer them.
Courtney, can I say something to you real quick?
So no, yeah, because I'm coming next. So the whole the darker skinned woman, Chaotic. In all honesty, I just think that you're trying to create some content for your channel. That's what I think it's all about. I guarantee. Let's see if you're doing. But anyway, to deny that colorism exists is just ignorant at best. I mean, there are studies, there's the Dalton, there's all type, people study these things. It's real. It actually matters. And then Q laughing when he said that, the lightest skinned woman.
No, I didn't laugh when he said that about Kayla. Right. No, ma'am. I never laughed when he said that about
saying
Kayla.
That it's just really strange.
Don't do that. I
You
never laughed.
You.
No,
You
I laughed prior to that, ma'am. So don't put laugh in my mouth.
When he said that, you busted out laughing. Rewind it back.
But watch this. It's
on tape.
You just said.
And I thought that's really weird.
Hey, I guess I'll be weird
anyway.
then.
But
okay,
you said colorism exists, right?
Yes.
He said that too.
I'm not saying that he didn't say that. I am speaking to the bigger point in terms of him categorizing dark-skinned women a certain way and saying, did you notice that the dark-skinned women, it's problematic. And it's not about preference at this point because he already said his wife is tall and dark-skinned and a beautiful woman and all these things. So it's not that he doesn't prefer, that in terms of his attraction. It's not about preference. It's about him spewing nonsense about dark-skinned women. And I just don't, and Logic, you're right. It's not just women. The colorism affects men, women, everyone.
Yes.
Okay,
but my thing is Chaotic.
But watch this.
Do that.
Hold on.
For you to do that is
hold on, Mr. 1 Timothy 2. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Hold on, Kiata. Let her finish. Hold on, Kiata. Let her finish.
Like I said, I think that it is because you want to create a show for tomorrow. That's what it is.
No.
It happened last time. That's what you want to do.
Okay, hold on. Can I say something? Okay, please, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I got on here the first time. I was broaching the topic, talking about the topic. And then Brittany Griner got on here and she asked me 1,001 questions and she kept it personal with me. Nobody said anything, right? Even Kayla, when I first started talking to Kayla.
Who are you referring? Use real names. What are you even talking about?
She's talking about Six the Goddess. She's hired as a basketball player.
All right, y'all. All right, come on, y'all. We got to move on because we can't have this long and drawn out. It's not a recap. No, we're going to move on. We're going to finish off with Kayla and then we'll move on. Go ahead, Kayla.
Okay. Okay, so obviously when personal shots are taken, I think it really just reveals something deeper. I also think people who make comments about people that favor themselves that are disparaging have self-hate and self-acceptance issues, especially people that are obsessed with the opposite of them and other races. I think it's just very sad because a lot of the talking points are like the talking points that white people put on Black people when we were enslaved, through segregation, through Jim Crow, through all of that. I mean, those are the exact talking points when just over the course of our history, you know, the darker they are, the more aggressive they are, the more violent they are, blah, blah, blah. So I think it's pretty offensive. And it just shows the amount of self-hate and self-disdain. And I do think that your wife, and I think her family members would be offended by it as well, because I can guarantee they have similar experiences to mine. Without even speaking to someone, just based off of how you look, without even interacting with them. So I just think it's really, really sad how we are on a platform of Black people and we're talking about what's going on in our community. And we have people that are perpetuating racism and colorism. I think it's very sad and unfortunate. But I hope it's a learning experience, because I don't know what else it can possibly be. There's nothing on the planet that will make any of that okay ever. And it also shows the lack of experience. When you talk about per your experience, I mean, it must be very small. It's not vast at all. Clearly, you don't know a whole lot of people, or a whole lot of people of a lot of races, because I live in South Florida where there are a lot of ratchet white people. There is a whole opioids issue down here, and there are a lot of ratchet, loud, out of control white people. So it just shows so much. But I do hope that your experience grows, and that you are able to be around other people and other women other than your wife, because I'm guessing you haven't been around any other based on your conversation. But I really do hope that this is a learning experience. But if that happens again, I'm not going to be able to interact with you on any level.
Right.
So I'm making that.
No. Kayada. We moving on.
All right.
Thank you. Save it for after hours. All right, guys, just tuning in. Welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. It's official. We are officially sold out on the live show April 23rd. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you continue to monitor your emails for updates. Check your junk mail if you don't receive an email tomorrow. You will receive an email tomorrow midday, so watch out for that. And I'm going to go ahead and play another sponsor, Security Boss. Make sure you guys get your popcorn ready, because we're going to move on to our last and final topic of the night, which is the meat of the conversation, right after this sponsor.
Everyone, listen, it's time. It's finally time. It is. Friday, April 29th at 9:15 will be the first show of I Choose You, and I need everyone to be there. I have NFL, I have some entertainers, I have blue collar, I have white collar. But listen, guys, I'm not done yet. I'm not done with receiving applications. So make sure all you eligible bachelors, make sure you drop me a DM in there, or either go to sbshow2020@gmail. I'm still accepting applications. And Lapeef, thank you so much for allowing us to sponsor your show. And everyone, April 29th, Friday at 9:15, the first show of I Choose You. So sick of waiting for any luck to come my way.
Shout out to Security Boss for that sponsor. Appreciate you. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that show out. Back to the program. Again, hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Moving on to our last and final topic. Y'all ready? Y'all good? Musa.
Yeah, I'm in here reading Timothy. First Timothy. You know what I'm talking about.
You don't even know what you're reading.
Right.
What?
Sir, your hands might burn touching that book.
Up my entire thing. I was trying to figure out why Logic was putting the simp thing up. And Logic, I feel a certain kind of way, because I don't know if you were saying I was simping for the women, or you think I was simping from Chaotic.
Way. All right, Charlie. There you go. You got that card back. All right, y'all. Moving on. Green Gang, I see you. Let me go ahead and comb through. Let me try to comb through this. You ready to read, Kay? All right, here we go.
Okay, ready.
Respect women on the panel and respect the brothers.
All right. Let's go, Kay.
Antana Beast, repeat, bro. And his sandwich.
Gotta have a sandwich.
Cucumber sandwiches.
What man disrespects a woman's makeup on a live? Kayla isn't saying nothing and y'all still talking about her attitude. SMH weirdos. I agree. Wait, that's Kayla? See, nah, I don't understand. Women get a man by avoiding men like me who they know deep down who are simply dig out their guts and send them back to the streets. Pookie life. Great show. Best way to be intentional is say what you want and expect. Tell Miss Kayla to smile. She looks good tonight. Side note, hey, Miss Courtney. Is Island aware that Kay just does not respect her? Always with the snip and nip.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Queen Courtney.
I don't care.
We on lock. That's my guy.
Love that we are hearing Island more. Chaotic is gold.
Shout out to Trill.
The show get real when Chaotic starts talking. Don't have to agree with delivery, but he's spitting facts. The show super sticker.
Thank you, Deborah.
Chaotic, are you projecting or auditioning?
Probably both.
Chaotic is wild. He's like, if you're scared, go to church. If you're bored, go. Mm-hmm. If you're bored,
you guys thought I was
make me a sandwich. I didn't want to say that. Even though it says duck, I didn't want to say it. Flowers to the ladies on the panel.
No.
T-Mac 77095 became a YouTube member.
Green gang.
Can we get Kayla to say whether or not she can and will fall under Anton's leadership like he said she would? The world wants to know. What?
He has a wife. Y'all are weird.
Weird.
That's so weird.
Be purposeful and not intentional.
Get him, Viv.
Be purposeful and not intentional because the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Oh no, don't listen to that.
I blame Antoine for this. He didn't put it right for this circus.
What did I do? I didn't even do nothing.
Anton.
Wait, bring that back, JR.
Antoine is not Antoine.
I started right.
Okay.
Now.
Chaotic is method acting with a little improv. I see you. So is Logic's theory that the darkest women bring the most drama correct?
I think they meant chaotic.
Yeah.
No, they heard me say this.
You can't ask a woman. You can't ask a woman. Let's see your ring finger. Not cool. He's not a victim, bro.
This dude a simp.
Here we go.
Kale, I'm not sure who he's talking to. You looking like cholesterol. Molly Perk, mask off. Shout out Lapeef. Kale.
Wow.
JB talking day. Chaotic just buried himself deeper. He said some wild stuff.
That nigga triggered.
The problem with how Chaotic tries to make his argument is using the race card. Why not compare the behavior to the women of the past? You can't talk to her like that.
That nigga triggered.
That's right.
Where did you find this racist?
Thank you, Percy.
That nigga kill.
I don't understand how with all the disrespectful Kayla and Kay, all the disrespectful, Kayla and Kay puts off on this show, why we are so shocked and upset with someone like Chaotic and the things he say.
With family, he's not.
Love how Anton exposed Chaotic in conversation, matched his tonality, void of negative body language and verbal assault. Much worse things have been said on this show.
And?
Oh,
so yeah, I repeat, is the makeup fund offensive? Is attacking someone's physical appearance a personal shot?
Yes.
No shit, Sherlock.
Great panel. Props due and one love to you all.
Y'all see?
Y'all remember?
Look at Kay face when she reads these.
Y'all remember when Chaotic said he can't stand being on black panels, then said this doesn't happen in white ones, then had a beta breakdown against
Yes. It's an unforgettable moment.
It's historic.
right, y'all. Back to the program. Last topic.
I have a quick question.
Ma'am, why come on a black panel if you don't want to be with black people? Why are you here? I'm just wondering. And then you deny wanting to get a little clip for your channel. But why are you here? What's the point?
Can I ask you?
No. Chaos. Just
all right, y'all. We can't keep this up all night, y'all. We gotta come.
Hey man, I got a pack, man.
Well, I got a question for Chaotic because I understand I think he does the race car as far as with the comparison. So I want to flip it. So what is it that you see that black men can improve on if they look at white men?
Stop shooting and killing each other in the streets.
So that's it.
That's it. That's the only thing. Yep. That right there would change the facet of the black man. Period. Point blank. If they stop all the violence towards each other, not just in America, but in the Caribbean and on the continent of Africa. Absolutely. When they start being peaceful towards each other. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that answers your question, Courtney.
Oh God.
What the hell is Anton doing?
Caking.
Okay. Hit that like button.
Also, on his wife. I am not mad at it.
Also, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to the Green Gang. Appreciate all the super chats. We officially sold out for the live venue. So if you guys do want to come down to Houston, feel free to come kick it with us. But you just will not be in attendance of the live show.
JR, can you just take
Can I say something?
Pause button on that, man. We sold out this John, man. Come on, bro.
Oh yeah.
Can I say
congratulations to y'all. Shout out to y'all followers and supporters. I wish I could be out there. It's about to be a whole
vibe. Hey, look, let me say this real quick. I know you got to get on. I don't want to derail the show, but I do got to say this to you, JR, because this has been your baby. This has been your brainchild. You've been saying this for a minute. You've been trying to get this done. We officially sold out. You put in the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears.
Amen.
Nice, my G. Like, man, we finna
man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with everybody else, man. So I appreciate y'all, for us doing this. So I appreciate everybody for all the work that they've been doing. Go ahead, Island Girl Q, before we move on.
Can I say something? Okay, cool. So it's funny how Kay said I laughed when I wasn't even on camera. So let me pull it up.
You didn't laugh when he said the only light-skinned person.
Can I?
I got it too. Let's do it together.
Okay, so this is it right here. I'm gonna pull it up to the screen. I'm not even on camera, but
we're not talking about the same part then. We're not talking about the same part. Because I got it too.
Can I finish, or are you gonna
go ahead?
Okay, so this is the part where Chaotic says something about Kayla, and then Anton intervenes. Right? Thank you. So here it goes. Here's the clip. Let me put my mic. See it? So I'm not even on camera. Wait, you see my square right there? I'm not on camera. Oh, damn it. Hold on 1 second. So I'm not on camera.
I'm gonna copyright strike this video.
Hold on 1 second, Caleb.
So this is the part where Anton cuts in, and
that's not the part I'm talking about.
Can I finish?
Nope, that's not the part I'm talking about.
Damn, you were better when you were quiet. Can I?
Half white women on the panel. It's the only quiet one. I want to point that out.
Wait. Yes, I'm laughing. Oh, thank you. So you just proved it, Kay. You called me half white. I'm not half white. That's why I was laughing. I'm not half white.
I'm just saying that's the part I was talking about.
Okay, but let me correct. So you're wrong because I was laughing because he called me half white, and no, y'all, I am not half white. Okay, I have 3 races, but the other part, because after that, where he said the same thing to Kayla again, and then Anton interviewed, I wasn't on the camera.
Hold up, did y'all get y'all nails done? Y'all get your nails done?
It looked nice. It's white.
No, I have my nail appointment tomorrow.
But I just had to say that to clear that up because I was laughing.
Let me see your hood nails.
Logic. Can I finish? Logic. I know what you're doing. Don't do that. But as I was saying, I was laughing because he called me half white. He called me half white, and he don't even know what I meant was. So I was just clearing that up, just letting you know.
Do you identify as Black Q?
Yes, I do. But you guys don't think I'm black. You
No,
guys thought I was mixed.
I'm just asking.
I just want to know, what are the 3 races?
All right, y'all. Come on,
Doesn't matter. But I'm just.
I just wanted to know.
Wait, doesn't matter. Wait, can I finish? I'm just had to clear that up since y'all said I was laughing.
You be laughing about some questionable things.
You're definitely right. I laugh at a lot of stuff, but what's wrong with that? Can you admit that you're wrong or no? Because you were.
No, you laughed. I didn't know what you were laughing about. Thanks for.
He called me. I'm half white, and I've corrected him. I'm not half white.
Good.
I will send
So what are the
you guys
races?
I will send you guys my DNA test
Wait,
results.
wait, hold on.
We don't need it. I just wanted to know the 3 races.
Wait, hold on, Kayla, 'cause this might be a first.
Wait. This is the problem. This is the
I don't
problem.
think they're racist. I
This
think you're
is
talking
what
about
Rilla
culture,
was
not
saying. You
race.
guys do not argue the point. The point is what I brought up. I was not laughing at what he said. The first time I was laughing because he said I was half white. The second time I was not even on camera. But that's all I had to say. But continue, JR. You may go ahead. Let me put my white voice on since I'm half white. Go ahead, JR.
I got a question for
Go
Kay.
ahead.
It might be a first.
Rilla.
I'm surprised Anton ain't jump on this, man. Kay, is this
Jump
the
on
first
what?
time you was wrong on this panel?
She didn't admit she was wrong. She's not wrong in her eyes because I was laughing.
You cleaned it up. I mean, I don't know.
Clean it up,
I
boo.
don't
I'm
know.
letting you know.
I'm just saying, cute, and that's fine. That's fine. I'm glad that I would do the same thing if somebody thought I was laughing about something that I wasn't.
But can you admit that you were wrong or no?
You laughed. You did. How was I cute
right now?
Cute. Am I cute? Am I in your brain? How do I know what you're laughing at? After you laughed about the special ed thing, I just don't ever know what you're laughing about. So now, when you laughed,
oh my God,
when you laughed about that, I just didn't know.
Oh Jesus
You
Christ!
cleaned it up. That's cool, but
I didn't clean up nothing. If I wanted
You
to laugh,
did.
I laugh at a lot of things. The women.
I
say
know,
so.
and that's why I thought you were laughing. You laugh about a lot of stuff.
You're right. Okay. But Rilla, you can go ahead though. Does this sound better?
No. I was just asking.
kinda
I just
weird.
thought this was the first on the show.
I know I'm a weird person. I can admit that though. I've been weird. I'm weird.
Yeah, you
That's a
definitely
fact.
goofy.
Hello. I'm sorry. And I'm not half white, y'all. Just letting y'all know that.
I was just asking the races because
I mean, does it matter? I'll show you. I'll email you my
no,
DNA
no. I just didn't know that you were anything other than black. Everything else that you
Taylor,
told us have been
oh my
cultural,
God.
not racist.
Y'all lying. Wait. I swear
Being from Trinidad, that's not a race.
All right, y'all.
I never.
All right,
I'm not
y'all.
from
It's gonna be. It's gonna be long and drawn out.
I'm not from Trinidad. I'm from St. Croix. That's one. So
are you not Trinidadian? Didn't you not say you were Trinidadian?
I'm half Trinidadian. My dad is from Trinidad.
So I'm not talking about you physically being from there, but
No,
you said
wait.
3 races.
Sweetheart,
So you have
sweetheart.
spoken nothing but culture
Beloved,
to us.
you
So I
just
was
said I'm
like, what
from
3
Trinidad.
races? I didn't think it was a hard question.
Beloved, you said I'm from Trinidad. I'm correcting you, beloved. I'm not from Trinidad.
So
beloved.
what are the 3 races?
Does it matter? As I said, I'm not from
Why is
Trinidad.
it hard?
Child, why does it matter?
Why is it hard?
Because why does it matter?
You don't want to answer that on a public platform, Kay.
No, but why does it matter? Because they're deflecting.
I'm not deflecting. I asked the
What
question.
the men said above. You guys are not attacking the argument. At the end of the day,
It's not even an argument going on. I simply asked a question. You and Kay were having a thing. I wasn't even involved. I asked the question. You act like it was so hard.
But beloved,
if it's too hard, we can just move on. If it's too hard,
matter, beloved. What the hell? I'm not fucking.
Like I said, if it's too
All right, y'all.
hard,
Come on. All right, come on. Let's move on. Let's move on. If you guys are just, hold on.
Don't put that
okay.
shit on
all right,
me.
we got it.
You were, but
all right, ladies.
It's Logic fault.
Ladies. All right. You guys just tuning in. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Make sure you guys get them likes up. Also, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
This is Logic fault. I told you he jinxed that shit.
Chaotic, you coming
well,
in?
At least we're not bored.
That's a fact.
Everybody's
y'all coming in Houston?
All right, I want to play this.
The next time.
I want to play this video. Shout out to Kayla for sending me this video this morning. So I appreciate you. You guys seen the topic on the thumbnail.
What video?
You sent me the video this morning.
I did?
Yeah.
Play it.
Not you forgetting what you said.
I be sending all videos and stuff I see that I think could be good ideas. I just be sending stuff. I don't remember. Send it. Play it.
All right. Well, you guys see the topic on the thumbnail.
Is the pick me losing by making a man's life easier? Is the pick me losing by making a man's life easier? So I'm gonna play this video real quick. Everybody go on mute. Everybody go on mute.
Hey besties, I know I'm gonna offend some people, but trust me, this is coming out of love. This message is for all the pick-me's. Pick-me's are women who try to do everything right just so a man can choose me. Yeah, cut that shit out. Cause I'm gonna keep it real with you. Men already know what they want in a woman and who they want. But if you're so nurturing and you're an asset and it's not you, they'll never tell you to stop doing what you're doing because it's beneficial. And I don't want to hear none of that shit like, oh, I'm just a nice person. I'm genuinely like that. Well, bitch, you gonna genuinely get played. No, it's just that I'm just naturally like that. Like the shit I do for him is natural. And your natural ass is gonna get played. If you are making a man's life easier, i.e. cooking, cleaning, providing pussy whenever he wants and he's giving you the minimum, he's never going to do more. And he's never gonna tell you to stop because it's beneficial to him. No history in niggerdom ever has a man been like, oh, stop doing all this stuff. Stop making my life easier. I don't look at you like that. Hell no, they gonna kick their motherfucking feet up and enjoy these perks without doing no work.
Well,
damn.
Is pick me losing
Happens
by
all the
making
time.
is the pick me losing by making a man's life easier? Kayla, since you sent this to me, you seem to be in agreement to what's going on. So I'm gonna have you speak first, madam. Go ahead. What are your thoughts about what she said? And please elaborate on your.
I sent it to you because I agree. I've heard men say things like that, like they can be dealing with a woman that they know is like not the one, but because like she does these things and like, you know, whatever, they'll keep her around until they actually find the one that they want. Then they'll drop her off. Like it happens to women all the time. And I just feel like if you are a pick me or whatever, you feel like you're doing all these things and he still hasn't picked you. What are you doing? Like, that's just weird to me. So I just feel like you shouldn't be doing anything that's not reciprocal. You're putting out energy, putting out effort, you're putting out, you know, doing things for this man, making his life easier or whatever, and he's not reciprocal. I don't know why you think that would mean that he's going to pick you. Because if he was going to pick you, he would have picked you, or at least he would show some reciprocity to show you that he wants to pick you. So I just feel like there are a lot of men, not the upstanding ones, like the ones on this panel, but there are men out there that take advantage of women that are being genuine and like really, you know, showing their femininity, whatever, because they know after like the first little bit, if they really want you like that or not, they know, but they'll keep letting you do, you know, the convenience. They'll keep the convenience around until they find the one that they want. It happens to women all the time. They be in relationships with dudes for years, no ring, no commitment. And then they'll break up and he'll go marry some other girl in 3 months. It happens all the time. So I just identify with this and actually heard some men speaking about this in some rooms I was in the other day. So it's kind of funny that I saw it after that. So yeah, I just think it happens all the time. So I think you should definitely look out for reciprocity. And if you're not getting it, you doing more of that, more of his laundry, more like I don't think that's gonna get you what you want. So
yeah. All right, Rilla, what are your thoughts about it? Is the pick me losing by making the man's life easier? That's the topic, but you seen the video just like the rest of us. What are your thoughts about it, sir?
Yeah, man. You know, Kayla, and I hear you, sis. I think this shit is that the pick-me's are pick-me's for. They literally like chaotic. Actually,
Let it out, really.
Man, listen, he actually spoke to a lot of this earlier, like for real. But the pick-me's are pick-me's for a reason. They putting themselves in a position to win. They're actually trying to put themselves in a position to where they can align and be in a position to get picked to be a wife for a husband that they're suitable, compatible, help me for. Now, I don't get in women's business. I don't do the Tasha K, the chatty patty, messy Betty stuff, because I know women get confused when men call other men simps. So like when they talk about Russell Wilson being a simp and women get confused, like, why is that? So I don't try and get into the whole thing of what y'all have this disagreement around pick-me's, but I'm telling you from a man perspective, on surface, yo, the pick-me's are getting picked. They are.
Are other women getting picked too?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, they some of them. But here's the difference. Here's the difference, Anton. Anton. The quality. You get who you qualify for. You get who you qualify for. So yeah, other women are getting picked.
So what's the difference?
Well, the difference is the pick-me's who are aligning themselves and positioning themselves to be with a man that they qualify for. Those women tend to get shamed, it's like sign language out the door by other women, where men are like, no, that's actually the type of woman that I want. Right?
No, I'm saying, what's the difference between
so here's the difference. The other women
that are getting picked and the women that are not pick-me's that are getting picked.
So the other women that are getting picked, I mean, I can't expound on, what those dudes are choosing, but you know what happens? I would love to compare the marriage and divorce rates of the pick-me's versus these other women that you talk about, like
that's impossible, really.
These strong, independent women, these strong, I don't need a man, and I got my own bag, and I got my degrees, and I got all these different things, right? Like, I would love to compare those marriage and divorce rates versus the woman that is quote unquote a pick me, that focuses on the man and being the center of his piece. I would love to. I don't have the data. I'm not. Listen, man. I ain't no articulate dude. I ain't.
Yes, you are.
So can you be his
I
piece
just make
without
macchiatos
doing?
and lattes, man.
Can you be his piece without doing all that extra stuff? Because I'm trying to. Because the stuff that they're saying sounds like stuff that wives do. So you're doing stuff. You're doing wifely things for a man that has not picked you and made you a wife.
Here's the other part of that, Kayla, which is why I had a huge issue Tuesday. But here's the other part of that. Why is it that the women are the only ones vetting that man? Where's your daddy at? So if you
didn't answer the question, really.
Okay, tell me.
Okay. The question is, should a woman that's not picked yet be doing wifely duties for a man?
Okay, so a woman that's not picked yet, no, she should not be doing wifely duties.
And that's all I'm saying. You can show him, you can give him peace, you can show him whatever. But if you think going over his house and doing his laundry and doing all these extra things when you're not his wife yet is going to guarantee that you get picked, plenty of women have seen that that's not true.
So should the woman that's not picked yet be doing wifely duties? Ladies,
you should be showing him, but doing them as if you're his wife.
Wait, Kayla, because
I've never done any man's laundry.
No. I know this is a hot spot for you, Kayla, because this came up before. How do you know when you picked?
What do you mean?
When you get married, right?
When you get married.
When he asks you to be his wife. When depending on what you want, people who don't believe in marriage and just want long-term committed relationships. When he asks you,
I'm not going against you because I think people in this day and age move a little bit different. So what they would determine to be picked may be a little bit different. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, these days they determine like in a relationship.
So that's not fair. And Q, you date, so hush up.
I would rather be a pick Misha than a pass Misha, someone that gets passed around. But
can we define pick
Mishas get passed around?
I've heard that term thrown around. So
what they say the pick me's are the women who will do whatever to get a man, and they will throw other women under the bus. And they have fake femininity, they have fake this, fake that, all in efforts to get a man. And what I've heard women say is it is the equivalent of what men would call another man a simp.
So I've asked that question about whether or not it's the equivalent of calling another man a simp, right? And I've been told no. And then my take on the whole pick me, because I've been called a pick me, but I don't do shit for nothing. I live in my truth. Like, I operate the way I operate. And that's the reason why I'm intentionally single. Right? Because I know that when I'm in a relationship, I operate from a selfless space. Like, if I'm with somebody, it's because I deem them worthy of being my mate, worthy of being my partner. I love them. I'm selfless. I want to make things easier for them because I realize that it's reciprocal. So
What is being intentionally single? What does that mean?
That means that I am taking time for myself, with myself, to work on myself, for myself, and enjoying myself. That's what that means.
So have to. So at some point, you're gonna open yourself up to the possibility of talking to somebody.
Absolutely, yeah. When I feel like, and the other thing is, I know I'm in a selfish space right now because I broke off an engagement last year. So I'm in a space where I'm happy, not feeling like I said, because I know how I am in a relationship. I'm happy now after having gotten out of that relationship, not feeling obligated to operating in that space of being quote unquote subservient, right? Which is what it sounded like she was calling a pick
Why did you
me
break
or
off the
being
engagement?
submissive. I'm sorry, what was that?
If you don't mind me asking, why did you break off the engagement? You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'm just asking. Since you said it.
Let's just say if I'm taking accountability for my actions, I enabled some behaviors in him that I realized wasn't something I wanted to commit to for the rest of my life, in a nutshell.
Okay.
Yeah, so with that being said, the whole pick me concept, sometimes it comes across as though it's coming from women that don't necessarily like the fact that there are women that are willing to do for their men what they don't necessarily want to do, because they feel like there are men out there that are willing to accommodate, because there are men that like the quote unquote bitches that like put them in their place and like are like, the quote unquote mean girls, right? So then on the other side of that, like it's a lot of pushback.
No, they don't. Don't ever believe it. Don't ever believe that there's a man that like that.
There are men.
Oh no, there are men they like that
definitely
toxic
men
love.
that like that shit.
No.
There are men that find that a norm. I'm dead serious.
Listen.
Let me tell you something.
Those men don't like that. They subject themselves to it because they don't feel like they have any other choice.
Let me tell
they
you
don't
something.
like it. Just because it happens does not mean that they like it.
Okay, let me change my verbiage. Maybe they don't like it, but it's their norm and they're not used to there being.
Okay, but I just wanted to correct that. Just because they subject
in a
themselves
household.
to it, or they weak, or they do this happy wife, happy life thing, or whatever, so on and so forth,
And
whatever their circumstances is, whatever it is, they don't
Chaos
want
is their
that.
norm.
No guy,
just
no
like there
man.
are women
It
that
doesn't
feel like
matter
if
what a
dudes
man does.
don't
Listen.
abuse them,
Regardless of what his
emotionally,
circumstance
physically,
is,
whatever, they don't love them. It's
regardless
dudes that
of
feel
what his
that way
circumstance
too.
is,
I've
no
experienced it,
man
I'm
wants
telling
to be emasculated and treated like a sucker by the chick that he lay next to every night. That's not true.
Anton, I have to agree because we've had men on the late lives saying they like that toxic type of relationship. It's out there. Like
yeah, like
true,
they
because
like
when we
chicks
start,
that talk to them like, yeah, nigga,
because when we
fuck
start
you,
digging
nigga. Like
into
if you
them,
don't, no,
they
if
make
it's
it
not
when we
that,
start
sum it
digging
up
into
really.
them. They're making excuses.
He loves
When we start digging into them, they making excuses as to the situation that they're in. That doesn't mean that that's what they want. So just because they think it's toxic and they dealing with her, don't necessarily mean that's the thing that they desire. No man wants a toxic woman. That don't even make sense. They may thrive in toxicity because that's what they used to. They don't know any better. That's all they've known for the entirety of their relationship or the time that they've been dating. No man wants a toxic woman just inherently. No guy goes out and looks for a toxic woman. That doesn't make sense.
I think the ladies confusing it because they getting fucked. And a dude, I'm just saying that's a dude to smash a toxic chick. A dude will accept that. No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm laughing at JR. He was doing the clapping.
Oh, they accept a hot meal and a hot bed from the toxic chick because the reason that she's toxic is because he's allowing her to do that. And you got to ask yourself, why is he allowing her to be toxic? It's because she probably bringing more to that relationship than he is. And I'm telling you. And then guess what? Soon as he get a good job, soon as he get another job, soon as he can get his own house, he got to drive your car, you being replaced. You know what I'm saying? But I want to answer this pick me shit though. Fuck all that. Look, the pick me is crazy though, right? Because see, the thing is a woman should be a pick me. That means she got an understanding of what she need to do for that man. She understand whether you said the whole pick me concept. That means she understand exactly what she need to do. She understand what he want. If it's fake, time will reveal it, and he'll dump her to the curb. On the other end, the problem with the pick me's is a lot of time women be picking the wrong dudes, and they become a pick me for the wrong dudes, and then the dude will do the same thing. He will go over and he will run your ass over to say, just like I use the same analogy. If a chick is a pick me for a nigga that she's doing everything for, she knows she got that leverage. So she gonna be that toxic female, and then as soon as he move up, get his bag, he gonna drop her to the side. But all women should strive to be a pick me. All women should strive to find that man and say what that man like. He like to do this. He like this. He like, say that again.
I said, find a man. He should be finding you.
No, I'm saying
he's the one auditioning, not you.
No, listen what I'm saying, sweetie.
That is how marriage works. And he has to prove it to your father and your family that he's working.
Kay, listen, Kayla. What I'm saying is she should find that man, not going out and search her. Like she shouldn't just do this for everybody. But the thing is, and another thing you said them wifely do this. I have to disagree. Them womanly do this. Because at the end of the day, if you classify these things as wifely do this, and you say, I'm going to be absolutely toxic towards everything else, like I'm not going to do this and this and this and this, you put yourself on limits of that, he going to limit himself on your ass too.
So what do you mean by womanly duties? Because by wifely duties, I mean doing your laundry, cleaning your house somewhere I don't live, like doing things that wives do. So womanly, I agree, but wifely duties, I don't think you should be doing no man's laundry. That's not your man.
But that's not true. I had a chick come over my house and she see my laundry need to be done. She'll do it.
Where's she at? She gone, right? She not here.
What?
You're not with her. That didn't get her picked, did it?
Not for nothing, though. That's the point that she did make.
Well, no,
I felt attacked, low-key.
Because I got an early flight.
Dudes be taking advantage of that. Like once they see that you're good and you're a good woman and you're really selfless and you're willing to do certain things naturally, because that's
okay. So wait,
she said it. Like she literally was.
Well, baby, can I finish what I was saying first?
T. Go on.
That shit don't say no T. That shit said Lady something.
Okay, Lady Mogulette. If that's the name you want, I gave you my name. But if you want to keep it impersonal, no problem. I was giving you, it's fine.
1 Timothy chapter 2. All right.
She just wants you to address her properly.
Oh my God.
How hard is that?
Don't get debunked. Go on. I'm listening. Go on. I'm listening. You asked us to be quiet. Go ahead, sir.
I like that. But listen to this, though. What I'm saying is y'all made me forget my point. Fuck it. I'm gone. I'm going to bed.
All right. So back to what I was saying. She literally made me feel like I was under attack. I'm not going to hold you. I can own it because literally it's like you're naturally a certain type of way, and some men don't necessarily. And yes, I've been engaged more times than I'd like to admit. But just because you're engaged, it's almost like it's still a failure because I leave the situations. Don't get me wrong. Like it's never been like them, right? But to Logic's point, I have picked the wrong person to value in that way and afford certain experiences too. So I can admit to that too. So like to what she's saying, like honestly, like guys ask for women to do certain things, but then they get a woman to do those things and they don't appreciate them until they're well out the door. And then the women that are well out the door turn into women that are saying things that she's saying, like, what's the point of doing all of that if a dude is really going to just turn around and take take for granted the things that you're providing to him. And then me, I don't necessarily, so a part of me agrees with it, but then the other part of it is like, if that's who I am, I'm okay with being that way. Because like I said, if I choose you to be with you, then I'm okay doing what I feel like doing in a relationship with my man to make his life easier. If you don't appreciate it and you take it for granted and I decide to leave, I know in my heart of hearts that I gave it my best. So I really don't care how it plays out after that. But on the other side of it, it's like, damn, like, what a waste of freaking time. You get what I'm saying?
You know,
like
the way you speak, ma'am.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I said the way that you speak when you talk about relationships and things like that, you sound as though like you are God's gift to men and that you have never done anything wrong. Like the way that you frame the narrative when you're having conversations, it's almost like, and if I do this, it's like, at least I gave it my all. And I'm trying to figure out, based off of your sentiment, have you just been awesome the entire time? Because even when I asked you about your relationship, specifically about the one that you broke off the engagement, you framed it and you said, yeah, I take responsibility for enabling him to be the way that he was. Is there any self-accountability that come along with that?
That was my accountability. Because if I was to tell you that it was a traumatic situation and I feel like certain things I'm just not willing to expose. I'm just not willing to talk about because I'm not here to make anyone look bad. You know what I mean? So I gotta take accountability for my shit. But I
don't hear you saying that you did anything wrong. Everything that you say is always based off of the fact that you're awesome and guys are not basically fitting the bill.
I didn't say I was awesome. How did I say I was awesome?
You didn't
by
say
saying
it
that
literally. You didn't say it literally, but the way that you frame what you say, you make it seem like you're God's gift to men and men just not meeting the expectation and the standard.
I would never say that I'm perfect. ever. Like that's not, I know I'm a work in progress. And the one thing I know is that I don't know everything. But what I will say is I'm not like that situation. Like if I were to speak to you about what actually happened, you would understand why I framed it the way I did. I take accountability for my actions. I cannot I cannot speak to why people do what they do. I can only speak to how I reacted to what took place. Like that's what I can say. Like this is a huge platform. But if I really wanted to go there, like y'all would be very uncomfortable.
You don't have to share anything that you don't want to share. This is your life.
I'm not even talking about a specific situation. I'm talking about the entire narrative for the last 3 shows when you have conversations, right? Everything is framed as though, you don't make mistakes. You hit on every level. It's all him. It's all us. It's all them. That's the sentiment and that's the vibe that I get based off of the conversations that you're having.
Okay, well, I can't control how you perceive what I'm saying. I've never.
You very much can control how I perceive what you're saying. You very much can.
No, because you have your vantage point. You have your vantage point, and I have
control
my truth.
How I perceive you. That's literally what you have control over.
Your vantage point is your vantage point. Your perspective of me is your perspective of me. I'm not sitting here telling you how to view me. I can't do that. I don't know you, just like you don't know me.
But you can control the narrative that you put out that leads people to look at you a specific way. That's within your control.
All right. So you're telling me that me telling my truth is leading you to say
because there's no such thing as my truth. It's the truth. It's only a truth.
Well, it's the truth, right? But if we know anything about the truth, is that there are 3 sides, right? His, hers, and the truth.
No, that's just a narrative that was made up by somebody that was lying. That's not. It's not 3 sides.
I can tell you the truth.
It's only one truth. It's not a bunch of sides. It's not none of that. It's one truth. That's
all right. So the truth was that I was involved with an abusive ass narcissist, and I let the shit last for longer than it needed to be. So once I decided to leave, it just was what it was. I decided to stay longer than I was supposed to have stayed. So my part of that is taking accountability for the fact that I stayed longer than I needed to stay.
Or maybe because you was out of order in choosing a man in the first place.
Possibly, yes, I could say that. Which
said
is
that
why I
earlier,
said
though.
I enabled certain behaviors in him.
No. Y'all missing what I'm saying. This goes back to the original question that we was talking about in the very beginning, right? As far as can women pray for a man, and then when I broke it down and I said that women are out of order in the way in which they're aligning themselves with men in the first place is one of the reasons why they're getting the results that they're getting. So what I'm saying is that the issue that you may be having is that you are what you attract. Right. But then at the same time, when you start to pay attention to why you're attracting it, it may be because you're out of order and how it is that you're getting these men in the first place.
No, see, people like to use that secret thing, right? You are what you attract, but you also attract what needs you. So let's not try to make it seem like you're only what you attract. You're also
you exactly are what you attract.
You are what you attract, but you also attract what needs you. You attract what you need, just like people attract what needs you. Like we can't.
Just because you flip the words back and forth don't mean that is more valid. Like that's not true.
What's not true? So you're telling me that in the scheme of things,
no, man.
You're only attracting what you are and not what.
Let me give you an example. Attracting what needs you could be for a moment. A guy could want to get his nut off. That's all he needs you for. That don't mean that he's necessarily going to marry you. On the flip side, no guy is going to go out and marry something that he's not, you know what I'm saying, on the same level as, right? Or something that he can see himself with for the rest of his life. So my point is that when we're talking about attraction and you're talking about a marriage, it's two different things. Attracting something that you want to bust down or something that fits the mold for the moment is much different than aligning yourself with and attracting somebody that is what you deserve. Like you're going to marry the thing that you are.
Did you hear the part where I said that we were engaged and I broke off an engagement? Because
correct, but you were engaged to a toxic person, which means that you may be a reflection of the thing you attract, maybe not in the way that it was abusive physically, if it was physical, but you attracted a toxic person, which means that you need to look in the mirror and figure out what it is that you're doing wrong, that you're attracting these wrong people, instead of looking out the window and saying everything is wrong with them.
So then did you hear when I said that I was intentionally single, intentionally working on me, intentionally spending time with me, intentionally?
But it doesn't matter if you
hear that part?
You can work on you all you want. But the first way in breaking a cycle is that you have to be honest with yourself and take responsibility and accountability for who you are and why you in that position in the first place. It doesn't matter all of the stuff that you want to do. You can put all. I did hear it. But what I didn't hear you do is take responsibility for who you are. You didn't say that part.
What do you mean I didn't take? I'm sorry, Kayla, but how did I not take responsibility? And how? Okay, so first of all, how do you take responsibility for who you are? That's the first question I want to know. I want you to answer, please, if you don't.
How do you take responsibility for who you are?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All you got to do is take inventory of what you attract. If everybody, listen, this is easy.
Okay,
I'm gonna answer your question
really quick.
I'm gonna answer your question.
As an attractive woman, do you think that every?
I'm gonna answer your question.
As an attractive woman, do you think that every guy that comes up to you, that tries to talk to you, that you attract, is a reflection of you?
Yes.
Or it's just a reflection that you're attractive and that's what men do?
No, because you can very much. I'll give you an example. That's
okay.
Wait. Let me give you an example, Kayla. And now tell me if I'm wrong, right? As a man, if I was single today and I was open to the possibility of a wife, if I see a chick that look like she for the streets and dress like she for the streets, no matter how attractive she is, I'm not going to approach her because she don't fit the criteria of a person that's of my stature. On the flip side, she may be beautiful and she dressed like she for the streets. And it's the dudes that's looking for the chicks that's for the streets because they want to bust her down for a moment. They going to be attracted to her and they the ones that's going to approach her. That specifically answers your question in those two examples.
But Anton, and to that defense, hold on real quick, Kayla, to that point, I could very much be presenting myself as, like you said, I'm presenting myself. It's almost like you're saying I'm a fraud, essentially. I'm presenting myself a certain way. I present myself as though I'm God's gift to whatever, but I'm not. So it's not just the women that present themselves like quote unquote hoes. There are some women that dress certain ways, but aren't necessarily promiscuous, aren't necessarily whatever. And then there are certain women that present themselves as wholesome and as godly and as perfect, but they're fronting. So like it's the same thing with the dudes. Like there are dudes that will present themselves.
You still talking about the
though,
dudes, and we talking about the women. You can't conflate the argument by switching
about the women. Like
even with the women, I know plenty of honest women that have dealt with very toxic men. They don't walk around looking like streetwalkers. They walk around looking very professional.
But there may be
and they
other
still have
things
dealt with men
them
that are very toxic.
It may not
because
be
there are men that don't
look.
look. You do realize that are men that are that are high value men that are toxic, that are abusive. They look great. They wear suits. They have great jobs. They take care of their mom. They do all that stuff, and they're still toxic. They're still abusive. They're still narcissistic. So trying to act like the image of you is a full representation of who you are as a person. We know that's not true.
It's not. It's not,
because we see that on this platform. People come on here, all types of people calling,
not for nothing.
Doing all types of things.
Literally, it seems like
ma'am. Check it out.
That people can try to poke holes in your character.
You got to the point. Hold on. You got to the point where you are engaged to this man. That toxicity did not just appear all of a sudden after you got engaged to him.
No, the engagement was a band-aid over a bullet wound, which is why I called it off and didn't decide to marry him. And I realized that. So at what point are you saying then that I didn't take accountability?
My point is that it's not always just based off of how it's not always just based off of how a woman dresses. Toxicity comes in a lot of forms. And it doesn't change the argument or the narrative in that you are what you attract. You can attract a toxic person that looks good, that wears suits, and they make a lot of money, but they're still assholes. And they was assholes when you met them. They was assholes when assholes when you engaged, when they got engaged.
People have their representative out for months.
I typically agree with what you're saying, but you know what? I'm used to being misunderstood, and I'm used to being looked at a certain way. Like I got female friends.
Well, then listen. If you're
shoes and blah blah blah.
If you're used to being looked at a specific way, if you used to being looked at a specific way,
the thing is that I don't care. I know me.
It's a possibility that you may be running in the victim Olympics when you say something like, "Well, they don't know me." Because a lot of people maybe observed you when it's coming to the same conclusion. Ma'am, let me finish. They may be coming to the same conclusion. So what you probably should do is take off the rose-colored glasses and start seeing yourself for who you truly are, because it may be different than what you see yourself as. Your reality may be different than what you see in the mirror. You may be looking in a funny mirror.
It's not that.
Are you saying that who I am is based on what everyone else sees me as, despite the fact that I live in my body, in my skin, and operate my life and do what I have to do to pay my bills, the wrong result. My toilet on my own. Like it's based on everybody else.
It doesn't matter how you feel about yourself. The only thing you got to look at is the results. If the results are telling me A, I'm not going to sit here and look at it and say, "Oh, that don't count." It don't matter how you feel about yourself. The only thing that matters is the truth.
I don't discount.
Yeah, but it's God's timing. Remember, weren't y'all talking about that earlier? It's God's timing.
No, I didn't say. I never said
will do it when He's ready, not when you're ready, lady.
Who said that?
Listen, I don't discount anything.
You
what I
just
will
went through
say
a whole
is,
thing.
I
went through a whole
said it was
thing about we should not be praying to God about what we want. We should pray that it should be God's will. And now you're telling her that what she's doing isn't
what I said
results,
specifically.
she should be doing what God wants. If God says this isn't the time,
So you hear what you want to hear, and I never
You're
said
trying to
that.
make it seem like, oh, she's not getting the results she wants. Like, it's so much contradictory all on one show.
Hold on, wait.
They like to try to put holes in your character, try to make you feel lesser than because you've made bad choices. Like, please,
No, what I'm
let
trying to
he
do
who's
is
without sin cast the first stone. Please do, because I want to see.
and this is what running in the Victim Olympics looks like. Because I never said what Kayla just said. I said what I said was women are out of order and that they are going about looking for men in the wrong way. That was A. Nobody ever talked about God's timing. But B, Ms. Lady Mogulette, specifically, what I'm saying is that when you start acting like you are right now, instead of being open to the possibility of changing so that you then can get the results that you want, this is the very definition of running in the Victim Olympics, because now you on this woe is me thing. Oh, they trying to tell me who I am and all of that.
You're projecting
That
a
don't
narrative
count.
on me that doesn't belong, and I'm not about to fall for that.
All right, hold
Nobody
on.
said nothing
It's the
about
truth.
not changing.
Hold on,
No,
family.
you
Hold on, family.
don't
Hold
know
on.
me. How you gonna tell me what my truth is?
Family.
Like, get
You
out of
don't
here
have
with
a
that.
truth. It's just the truth.
Family.
Nah, I do have a truth. You don't know
Family.
me.
Hello.
It's your opinion.
Hello.
You don't know this girl?
Chaotic.
I know what she told me.
I want to get you
Yeah,
in
but you
into
don't know
this.
her. You're making a whole judgment
Family.
on her
Right,
wife.
based on
Family.
the
wife on the
Hey.
internet.
Hey.
I can't with these social media.
It's so weird.
Family. Chaotic. Go ahead and chime in on this real quick. Is the
I will
pick me
chime in, and I'll be really
losing by
quick.
making the man's life easier?
Kayla, Lady Mogulette, Kay, and Courtney, you guys are absolutely right. Everything you say is absolutely on point, and I digress. You guys are absolutely correct in everything that you say.
What?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Listen, ain't nobody.
Hold on. I'm gonna go to Rilla next.
I wasn't done. I was playing, obviously. I was trolling. I'm not about to change up. I'm not about to switch it up for nobody. This is the problem. Pick-me's are winning. You know why they're winning? Because they cater to what men want. It's not about what you want. It's about what the man wants. And you are in competition constantly with younger, hotter coochie. I said it last week, and I'm going to say it this week, and I'm going to say it 10 years from now. I don't know why we cannot. Oh, my God. I just had a. Okay, let me calm down. I don't know why this is so hard to understand. A man likes peace. Give him peace. A man doesn't like chitter chatter at all hours of the night. Be quiet. You're in constant competition. If you do not compete, you're not going to get the man won't choose you. So if they're not choosing you now and you're not trying to compete, well, I mean, what's the point? You may as well try to compete and try to have a man pick you than being single and being a cat lady, like a lot of you women are going to be. Black women, white women, American women are the most single women on the planet because they have this attitude that the man should chase them. It's absurd. Damn it. And the fact of the matter is that there should be no chitter chatter between Anton or anybody else. He's right. He's married.
Chitter chatter.
Nobody on this panel, no disrespect. I'm not trying to make it personal. Is married beneath us. I'm married because I picked my wife. She was she was a woman who catered to my needs, to my wants. You don't have to just acquiesce everything about yourself, but you should say, honey, is there anything I can do for you? Kay, repeat after me. Honey, is there anything I can do for you? Courtney, Lady Mogulette, Kayla, repeat this. Honey, is there anything I can do for you?
My fiance would not be happy with me repeating what you are saying. Who are you and what? You ain't got nothing to do with me and mine. So
exactly what I'm talking about.
Do that to your wife, not us.
It's so weird.
Your wife is
be
the one.
personalizing their negative ass hypotheticals.
Your wife is the one. Why are you so pissed about women that you don't know?
I didn't
Women that you've only seen 2 or 3 times.
When you guys
Just
were talking.
stop.
hold on for a second. I didn't say anything when you guys were talking.
Okay, but you just told us what to say.
I was respecting your perspective. Can you just respect mine? You're gonna have to keep your mouth shut. You're gonna have.
I don't have to do shit, actually.
Yes, you
are going to have to.
What are you
You're
gonna do if I don't?
to.
Nothing. The only woman you control is your wife. That's the only woman you control. I'm gonna keep talking. And what you're gonna do?
Your wife has to do that with you.
That's all you can do.
Kayla.
That's all you can do.
There's
nothing that you can do.
Let him finish.
I was quiet.
Let him finish. Okay, but let him finish. Let him finish.
There's not shit he can do over here.
Imagine telling somebody what.
Let him finish. Let him finish. You got to let him finish. You gotta let him finish.
I gotta keep it real. Okay, ladies, you're not young enough. You're not hot enough to have these attitudes.
Bro, you're hideous.
There are younger, prettier women than you. Yes. And they're
I don't care. I have
what do I have to do with anything?
I have
there will
my
always
lady.
be someone younger and hotter. If you're picking a wife based on that, you're actually trash.
Okay, Kayla, how about this? Kayla and Kay, do you guys not want me to come back ever again?
I never said that, but I wouldn't have a problem with that. No.
Okay. Because I think because obviously nobody wants to hear my opinion. I was quiet for 25 or 30 minutes.
No, you're not giving opinions. You're giving directions.
I'm giving directions.
Just make your opinion. You don't need to
like you're talking as if.
Ladies, but you gotta understand though. He was quiet.
Oh my goodness.
Right, but just
you seen a different version of him, so you gotta give him the courtesy of being able to talk without over talking.
I was telling him, don't mention me.
I didn't mention you.
Exactly. You did. You said okay. You said what
I said. You guys were absolutely right, and I was joking. Other than that,
no. Just now, you said listen.
Okay, but you still gotta let him finish though. You know that's not an excuse to over talk him though.
Didn't he say that, Keela?
All I'm saying is don't mention me.
Kay and Kayla, listen to me, please.
No.
You guys have a lot of women watching you. You have a lot of younger women watching you.
Oh my goodness, look at you.
Come on, Kay. Come on.
Women are supposed to cater to their man. You're supposed to win the man over. The man says, you know what? I would love to marry her. Let me propose to her. That's why men propose. You have to do things before you get married to prove to me that you're worthy to be my wife. Cooking and cleaning, shutting the fuck up.
Anybody can do that.
Those are
Hold on, Kayla.
Those are listen, men are not complicated.
Hold on, Kayla. Easy.
I'm giving you guys, not that you guys on the panel, but women.
It don't take much to impress you.
I'm giving women.
All you got to do is cook and clean.
I'm giving
Kayla,
women
that
you got to let him finish, Kayla.
I'm giving women the secret here. You are
you can give women the secret, but don't address me and don't address Kayla.
That's why you're single, Kay. That's it. I'm done.
I'm not single.
I'm done. I'm done.
But who cares?
That's why you're not.
Who cares?
I can't talk.
Whether someone's single or not, why do you give a fuck?
Why
do you act like that?
Rilla, get control. Rilla, get control.
That mouth.
No, I really want to know why people use a
single is nice.
Get control, Rilla.
Get control. I don't get why people throw around.
Are you not getting enough satisfaction from your wife that you need it from strange women on the internet as well?
It's not even an insult.
What is it?
It's not.
Ladies,
help me understand.
Ladies,
what is your wife not doing?
I'm gonna go on mute, JR.
Ladies.
A lot of humanity is worthy of commitment.
Oh wow.
How about that? Like a
it
lot
must
of
be
y'all
Thursday.
ain't worthy.
And talking about that's why you're single. And my thing is
big hoop earring ass. Show me your wedding ring right now.
It doesn't. There's no requirement to get married. There's nothing you have to do. There's nothing. Anybody can do it.
Hold on, no. We ain't finna gloss over that. Hold on. Big hoop earring wearing ass. What'd you just put up?
You know where that's from, Chicago.
I know.
You know where that's
from. Now it's from somewhere. Oh my goodness. Get out of here. Chaotic. You are.
That's literally what they do. They
chaotic.
No matter what you say, they're post colors and everything.
Chaotic is trying really hard.
Oh my God.
If he wants somebody to come watch. If Chaotic wants somebody to come watch. You know what? Chaotic. I'll come on your show.
I hope y'all come in Houston.
I'll come help you out. I'll come on your show if you want.
Literally, social media people. Literally,
if you want to do that, I'll come on your show.
Diminish everything you say.
You can argue. You can make catchy titles. Ooh, I got KA. You can. I'm here
Be
for you.
inflammatory.
If
Yeah,
you want to
go
do
ahead.
that.
Start a riot. Be an agent of chaos.
All right, so they
They
can't hear us. They can't hear us if we all talking at one time.
Okay,
I just want to chaotic at the same old tired rhetoric constantly.
I was talking to the younger
you know what's interesting?
Here's your ring.
So I have a question.
Kay, you know what's Kayla? Kay, you know what's interesting? Earlier, he described women as chaotic, but he calls himself chaotic. So you know what that means? He knows he has some feminine Jezebel spirit energy.
Here we
about
go
him.
with the feminine Jezebel. I'm feminine.
Some of you men got Jezebel spirits about you
Like he
too,
does.
for real.
Keep it
Because
coming.
y'all just like, and it's not to honestly. You speak facts. I'm not gonna hold you. You say some stuff that makes sense. But you literally enjoy being an agent of chaos. Like the very first time I heard you speak last week, y'all seen me write it in the chat. Like, hold on, are we being performative tonight? Because I'm not. Y'all saw that, right?
He is.
Like it's crazy.
He is.
And then on top of it, Anton, I'm really disappointed in you for trying to make it seem like I'm trying to be something other than what I am, or trying to poke holes in my story. You have no idea where I came from, what I do, what kind of work I do on myself. You don't know what I've dealt with. You don't know what I've overcome. You don't know nothing about me. But you're trying to, I guess, I don't know, follow whatever narrative or whatever, maybe I don't know what your intent was tonight, sir. But
so because I asked you a question based off of the information,
because you tried to make it seem like I was playing.
Wait. You can't just overtalk me. I waited till you got done, and I'm having a conversation. So we can't have civil discourse. We can't have civil discourse.
Okay, go on. I wasn't done, but you could go ahead.
Go ahead, finish your point. You don't want to finish your point?
You asked me to pretty much let you speak, so go ahead and speak.
No, I wasn't sure that you was done yet, so I was just making sure that I was giving you the courtesy.
I wasn't, but you cut me off, so you might as well just go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I've been chill. As a matter of fact, not only have I been chill, I think that I've been the voice of reason and making sure that, you know what I'm saying, I kicked it with chaotic and all of that and so on and so forth. So
that was an accident.
My question is,
I've been the voice of reason going to be like the proof is that you kicked it with chaotic. Like, how is that? Wow. Okay. I'm just saying, like, how is that like the example?
Even when you help them out, they still are complaining.
The thing about it was
I just thought that was funny.
I don't know.
Anton was helping her out and she's still complaining.
I just thought that was funny.
Well, the voice of reason, I wasn't done explaining why I was the voice of reason.
No, I know.
And that it wasn't just kicking it with chaotic. It was like, I want to make sure that we are open to the possibility that we wrong. I want to have a civil discourse because I don't want to mute nobody. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I've been chill. I ain't yelled at nobody. I ain't went off on nobody. I just been kicking it. I wait. If I make a mistake and cut somebody off, I apologize and try to ask them to finish their point. I don't see what I've done wrong. The only thing that I started talking about was information that she provided voluntarily. I never forced her to. I never made her. I even asked her before I even asked the question. I said, if you feel like answering the question, I'm cool with it. Basically saying you don't have to present this information at all. Now, based off of the information that she presented, I basically said, I don't agree, and maybe you need to look in the mirror, but I was never disrespectful or nothing like that. Why are you disappointed in me? I ain't even did nothing.
And maybe I need to look in the mirror. My response to your question was all about me looking in the mirror. It was all about me taking accountability. But instead of you taking that, because most people, if you ask them the question, they'd have been like, oh, he cheated. He did this. He did that. I didn't say nothing about what the man did to me. I said what I did to continue to prolong the situation. So instead of you taking that for what it was, you tried to make it seem like, oh, I'm trying to make it seem like I'm God's gift to whatever. Because for some reason, you're mad at the fact that I did take accountability. So even if I do take accountability, it's me playing victim because I took accountability. And that's what y'all tend to do.
I think it's how you're taking the accountability. So you're saying I prolonged it. It's not, you're not saying something that you did that could have hindered that relationship. I think we need to start looking at our results is directly aligned to who we are. So if our results, if we're wanting to be married, but we're not, and we're having problems maintaining a relationship, getting with someone multiple times, multiple engagements, but it's not working out, the main person that is not working out after different men, after different women is you. You are the main, you're the main it in all of those situations.
Respectfully, so I think people need to stop being
hold on,
self-righteous.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Wait, Courtney. Hold on, Courtney. I got you.
Talk.
Hold on, Courtney. Let me check this at the door. The same way that you asked for people to let you finish is the same way you're gonna have to extend that same courtesy over to Courtney, because she's been quiet the whole time.
My bad, you're right.
And so you gotta let her finish.
Been quiet. Pardon me. I'm passionate right now. Yeah, you have been, and I need that book too.
Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So first, I can't the word pick me, like I get the definition. I don't like it. For two reasons. One reason is that I think women naturally are nurturing. I think we're naturally supposed to be subservient to men. That's who we are naturally. So saying that you are, that's what you're supposed to be. So I don't like the title of the pick me as if I'm doing this performance to get a man. No, that's what you're supposed to be. However, on the flip side, I do understand that women use it as game. And so that's why I said it's always important. And I pray for discernment. And I think men should too, so they don't get game. Not saying that this is your situation, T, but I'm just using it as an example. So if you have, and you're coming across as this subservient, this submissive woman, but yet, and the men are picking you and wanting to marry you, but you're saying no to them, then they didn't have the correct discernment to know that you wasn't about that life of wanting to get married. So that's on them. They didn't deserve it. You was able to play that, not saying that you were, but a lot of times women can play that role of a pick me, get picked, and then it hurts the man. See, and it happens. Men have to discern their women. Women also, if you are in that situation, if you know you're subservient, if you know you're submissive, if you know that you want to be that godly woman, then you have to understand that you have these things about you naturally, but you want to do it for your husband. You want to be able to make sure that that man is the correct man to do it with, because again, men have game as well. And they do. And they will pick out someone that's maybe naive and want to be that wife and can see that they can run game on you and pump and dump. So it's learning discernment. And that's why I said at the beginning, you are a direct reflection of your results. So if your results is not getting you what you want, then it's you. And that's where the work comes in. Why am I always getting this particular type of man? Because Anton is right. You attract what you are. So if you're attracting toxic men, then something about you is toxic. And it is what it is, and it's okay to self-correct. I've spoke about this a lot. I was attracting, it's like, okay, what's going on with me? Why am I not getting the results that I want? And I had to get my discernment right. So I need to get closer to my creator. And that's it. So the pick me, I get it. I hate that term, especially we in our 30s. Oh, I'm a pick me. Like, I'm a woman that understands her role and wants to be that role for her husband. And that is it. And when you're not aligned and not doing what you're supposed to do as a woman, you're out of order. And that out of order, again, is going to be a direct reflection of the results that you get.
I hate the term.
I hate it too. And I hate that people make it seem like I'm operating a certain, or you're operating a certain type of way because you're doing it for someone else. How about operating as you are for who, like operating as you are in a space? Different situations bring different things out of you. That's one. Ain't nobody intentionally operating in a space to get a certain result from people. If I get a result that I get, I'm grateful for it. I literally live my life on a gratitude plane. I don't I don't do things to get a certain result. If I do things, it's because I feel like doing them. So when I do it, I don't feel slighted by not getting a reciprocal response. So oftentimes in those situations, because that's not what I'm doing it for, sometimes you don't realize until it's like, okay, not only are you not necessarily doing what, okay, so you can get a certain response, right? But then if you realize that there are certain other things that are lacking, you don't notice that until after the fact if you're operating from your truth, from your space, right? So there's that, to what you were saying, Courtney. Now, to what Anton said earlier about not facing yourself, or even Courtney, to what you said about not facing yourself. Yes, some people attract toxic people. You know, I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with being empathetic and being an empath, and how empaths tend to attract people that are narcissistic because they require a certain level of whatever. You know, I'm again not trying to make myself appear a certain type of way, but I've also gone to therapy. I do my work. I go to therapy twice a week. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? I'm okay with living in my truth. I do my work on myself. So I don't like when people try to make it seem like it's very, this social media age, people feel like they know everything. They're so self-righteous. They want to poke holes in everything. Y'all want to act like we're not all living life for the first time. It's the age of follow the follower. Everyone wants to try to demean somebody or poke holes in their character or make it seem like, oh, I know they said that, but they probably mean this. Or I know they said that, but let me try to figure out the loophole in it. Look, everybody's not going to be outright. Like, I didn't need to share the whole story, but the fact remains there are women that actually deal with this shit. And the reason why they don't speak up about it is exactly because of what Anton did tonight. Tried to make it seem like I was playing victim by speaking to my truth. And yes, you can say your truth. It's the truth. No, it's my truth. I'm not going to speak for what somebody else's experience is. I could speak to what my experience is.
So hold on. I'm going to go to Kayla and then Kay, and then anybody else can respond. Go ahead, Kayla.
Just really quick. I honestly think that Logic hit it on the nail on the head before he left. And the rest of this have been, oh, you're not downing yourself and exposing your flaws all over the internet enough for these people. What Logic said was absolutely right. In reality, you will attract all types of things. You cannot control the type of men that come up to you. But what you can control is the type that you accept. And that's what Logic said. He said that some pick-me's are choosing the wrong men to do that for. So your discernment about the type of men that you actually choose, it doesn't matter what kind of men come up to you. All types of men will come up to you. You can't take that as a reflection of yourself because a man decided to come up to you. The reflection of yourself is the man that you allow into your life, that you allow into your space, and that decision. And that's the most important thing, is having that discernment and choosing the right man when they're hunting, is to allow the right man into your space. Because when you allow the wrong ones, because of the empathy or whatever it is, then those are the results you get sometimes. But we have to be better with the men that we allow to come into our life, to come into our space, and that you do those things for. Because it does create resentment to want to do those things when you do them for the wrong man. And then you feel like, what the fuck?
Right. Exactly.
Right. So you have to do better in choosing the right men that come into our lives.
And that's it, essentially what I'm saying. And it's the discernment, because you'll get a plethora of men in the DMs, men as well, plethora of women in the DMs. Okay, but what is it that you want? And that discernment, you should be able to identify someone that is serious, or at least try. But the thing is that we're talking about when we're picking them and when we're in the relationship, and now finding out when we're engaged that it ain't working, that he's narcissistic as when we're engaged. That's a waste of time.
That's not what she said, though. She
That's
said
not
that
what
was
I said.
a bullet wound.
That exactly.
That was something to try to save.
Again, this is why exactly. Folks try to create a storyline in their head based on the little bit that they get.
It's not a storyline. These are things that happen. So
right. I mean, this is her life.
Right.
Well,
but
this is all our lives.
No,
it's not all of your lives. Y'all are taking a little bit that I shared and creating your story, like getting
this whole last 40 minutes has been focused on her and her life and what she needs to do.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't tell her what she can do. Whatever
I paid my therapist for that.
She can do whatever she wants.
The fuck?
What I'm saying is that we're all talking about anecdotal stuff in our lives. What I am talking about, on my perspective, is the discernment. What I'm talking about in my perspective is that you are a direct reflection of your results. Period. What I'm saying is that you attract what you are.
That's cute. I mean, that's a perspective.
It's true. And it's not my truth. It ain't JR's truth. It ain't Chaotic's truth. It's the truth. And until we understand that we ain't all perfect and we attract dumb,
I know
we have some problems, then that's the issue. And then that's what the whole accountability is.
Let me ask you a question.
But people got God complex. I don't understand how people can sit here and
hold on, ladies.
I got a question.
Ladies.
Well, you can't say people have a God complex and you call yourself a goddess.
No, I can. Because I operate. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. No, it's not, because I'm not trying to reign over you as a man, as a fellow goddess. I'm not doing that. And your point, yes, I do. I call myself a goddess because I operate from a pure space. And I operate in the divine. I operate in God's likeness. Yes, absolutely. You don't see me telling you how to live your life or telling you what you can do. I didn't ask any of y'all for any of that. But you guys, the little bit that I shared, right, based on Anton trying to antagonize me in a sense because he's trying to make it seem like I was doing something that I wasn't, right? And trying to make it seem like I'm trying to play a role. No. In fact, every time I spoke to the majority of the topics that I spoke to, I was being pretty objective. And I'm very free-spirited and open-minded. So, the one thing that I will say is, like I said, the one thing that I know is that I don't know everything. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend as though I know everything because I've learned and unlearned many things in my life. So in that, like, I don't sit here and tell people how they should operate, how they should show up. I show up the hell how I show up because this is where I am right now. I'm obviously the sum of all my experiences. Don't nobody try to front for nobody. You know what I mean? I shared what I shared today because, it was a topic of discussion. However, y'all can't, and I only shared a little bit of it. So there's not really much that y'all could really tell me because, like I said, I pay someone to unpack these things and I'm doing the work on myself. But I also know that, it's easy to be perceived a certain way when people are just committed to kind of misunderstanding or interpreting things the way they choose to interpret them.
Committed to misunderstanding you. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it seems like right now.
Okay, the interesting thing about it is you said that you don't know everything.
I got you, Chaotic.
And it's funny because I could fix your situation. Genuinely. I could fix you. I could really give you the game. I could really give you the game.
Go on, Anton.
Anton has the answers.
Go on, Anton. Come on. Tell me what the good Lord has shared with you.
He doesn't even know.
I don't have the answers or what it takes to get married and all of that other type of stuff. That's irrelevant. Okay.
That's not the end all to be all. There's plenty of married, unhappy ass people all over the planet. Like I really want to find out what is the actual objective that we have as human beings.
I didn't even ask my question.
No, I don't care.
I want to hear his question.
That we find that like being married means that we have the answers to everything or something. Like that we are just, what have you done? What have you done by going to file the paperwork? What have you done? What have you done for the planet? What have you done for the culture? What have you done for
I do a lot for the planet. I do a lot for the earth. I do a lot for the culture, actually.
No, I'm talking about the married people that feel like they've won something because they signed the paperwork.
That's what's interesting.
What have they won?
I don't care.
Because married men are the biggest simps that they are. Their whole job for the rest of their life is to take care of this one woman and meet her needs. So I think that, I I'm trying to understand what you think you've won by doing that, and why you think that makes you like
I think that's what it is.
I don't.
JR. Thank you.
That's
I
real.
think
That's
that
not me.
is.
Hey,
that's
oh,
like
shut up, blame
ridiculous.
But this is
But if we're gonna do that while I talk, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
So
Man, you literally just cut me off in the middle of a question, and I've been respectful all night.
I don't care.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
All right,
so
I'm done. I
want to answer Kayla's question.
It's all your show, Court. I'm done.
I think that is the prize. The prize is family. The way that you fix the community is family. That is the prize. That should be our end goal here on earth, is to reproduce with mom, dad in the home. That is the prize.
So then
now,
when it
whether
doesn't
it's
work
a
out, then
happy,
what?
now we need to focus
Anton,
more.
don't go nowhere. Come back.
I think we need to focus on healthy and happy marriages.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Completely. I don't think I'm married now. I'm done. No.
Okay.
That's when I think the work starts, but that is the prize. I don't subscribe to the man is the prize, the woman is the prize. The prize is the union. It's two people becoming one. That's it. And that's what will fix our community.
Honestly,
Okay,
I think what will fix our community is people realizing that just because you have a right to do something, it don't make it the right thing to do. Like, just because you have a right to speak on somebody's life, you don't know the context. You don't know me. You don't know me from, not you personally. Okay, not you, Courtney.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just saying in general. Like, just because you have a right to speak on someone's whatever experience don't mean you know, like, it's the right thing to do. You don't know if I was almost killed. You don't know if I'm an orphan and I come from a broken family, what my background is. You don't know nothing. Y'all don't know nothing about me. So it's very interesting when people speak to things that they don't know, they don't understand, and then try to tell you how you're approaching something or how you're showing up when they don't know your culture. Culturally, me being as passionate as I am, some might think that I'm being aggressive. I'm not being aggressive. I'm being passionate, and I'm having discourse with you guys because a part of me feels like I was attacked tonight, because it's like, y'all don't know me from a hole in the wall, and no, I'm not playing victim, but at the same time, it's like, Anton is telling me I'm playing victim because I chose not to speak to what was done toward me and instead chose to take accountability for how I felt like I contributed to the end of the relationship, right? Then you said, or someone said, oh, you attract what you are. So if you attracted toxic, then you're toxic. Maybe, possibly. But see, that's why I also said I'm intentionally single, so that I could take the time to explore myself, where I fell short, what I need to work on, my company. I also said that, but nobody said nothing about that. And everyone chose to focus on
lady,
the other shit.
Lady T.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you like what I heard. And it's gonna be real quick. I mean, we kind of walked the story. I mean, it was kind of a little bit of hesitant at first in the beginning, then you opened up, so we didn't hear the other stuff until afterwards about what you were doing. But I think where it went left was that you said, I'm holding myself accountable, and then you said, because I enabled him. But we didn't hear more of the story until after that. So that's what you led with. And so that's what kind of set the foundation as far as, because when I heard you say, I hold myself accountable, I said, oh shit, I wonder what she about to ready to say. And then when you said that, it's almost like when somebody say, but, right? They say, but it's like, oh shit. And then you hit everything else afterwards. It just negate everything on the front end. So I don't think it was anything. That's just what we heard. But now that we heard more of the story, we have somewhat of a little bit more understanding of how things are. And we don't know everything. We just know what you tell us, right? So there's probably more to the story. The truth be told, we don't know everything. So we only know a little bit of it, and it's probably more. It probably is a lot more facts, and we can probably make a better decision. But based off what we heard in the beginning, and we got a little bit more context at the end, I think it's kind of like, okay, well, there's more to the story. We just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay. I do. We do got to go ahead and end this show real quick. I want to give Chaotic the last bit of words, and then we're going to bring it to an end. So, Chaotic, go ahead and take us home, brother.
I will. If you are between the ages of 18, 19, 20, and 21, and you are watching the Lapeef Network, I want you to just go home with this. The best thing you can do if you are a young lady is to find that stable young boy. Don't try to find the jock or the cool dude. Find that stable young boy. If he comes from a nuclear family, and particularly get to know his family and do everything possible to cater to him. Help him with his studies. Make him a plate of food. Ask him how he's doing. Don't share your emotions with him and bombard him with your emotional state. Convince him that marriage is important. Don't convince him to marry you, but throw little hints out there. By the time you are 23 or 24, you should be married. You will have a great life. There are a lot of cat women out here now. Just go look it up. You can see it. There are a lot of single mothers out here. And what has happened is that the women want to party until they're 35, 40, 50. And this was not how it was back in the day. You wonder why old black people and old white people stayed married for 40, 50 years? Because they got married at younger ages and they created families. If you are a young man in the chat, yes, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be I'm not an angel at all. We all like sleeping around. But marry a young woman when you are in your 20s. Let's break this cycle that the millennials have created. I'm a millennial. Yes, I got married late in life because I wanted to party. I wanted to hang out. But looking back at it now, that was poor patterns of behavior. We have a culture to fix. And sleeping around and having children outside of wedlock and partying is what is keeping our culture behind. I'm not white. I'm not Asian. I don't have a vested interest in those cultures. I have a vested interest in the black culture. That's why I speak so strongly about this culture. So you, as a young lady, if you're 21 or 22, as the chaotic truth, I don't want you to end up as a 34-year-old at the bar talking about I'm a bad bitch with a cosmopolitan. You look stupid. Get married at 23 or 24. Period. Point blank.
Wait, chaotic. What do they do?
Go ahead. I beg your pardon?
What do they do at the bar?
You want me to show you what they do at the bar? It's
repulsive. Yeah.
37-year-old with her, sometimes even with her mom. I'm a bad bitch. See, that's what they do. And they think it's cute, and it's not. It's not cute. It looks dumb. If you are 39 years old, you are not the new 24. That's ridiculous. And I gotta give smoke to the dudes too. Don't go out to these clubs and bars, man. It's dangerous. Get you a nice woman. Go to the orchestra. Walk in the park. Do something that is peaceful. Don't put yourself in positions where you have to always defend a thotty. Defend your woman when it is a defendable action. Now, I've said here, and I've said my opinion and perspective. I don't necessarily think anybody needs to agree with me because I don't really give a damn. But all I know is this.
I don't
care. And I'm about to bring it home, JR. Sorry. The reason why the Jews are economically successful, the reason why the Asian Americans are economically successful is because they get married at young ages. Now, are their marriages perfect? Probably not. but they stay together. And the family is the foundation of this country. I digress. Guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. You got the floor. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. Another classic episode of Lapeef Let's Talk. Tickets sold out. See y'all Saturday, man. Hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel.
God.
Yeah.
Hashtag y'all niggas don't know me.
To be continued next Thursday, you guys.
Clearly,
we're gonna have to unpack this one. This one hit home for Lady T. We're gonna unpack it. Catch us next Thursday, y'all.
For real.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'll let y'all. Hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Make sure y'all monitor y'all emails if y'all coming to the live show on Saturday. Shout out to Tej Hanley. Make sure you guys click that link in the description. Get 30% off along with a free gift. Check your junk mail tomorrow if you don't receive the email. Appreciate all the support. Thank y'all. It's going to be lit in Houston. I suggest you make your way. Find a way to get there. We kicking it all weekend, y'all.
This Chicago.
The greatest network ever. You know what time it is. You just tuning in, you late. Catch you on the replay. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, family. We out.